You guys are gonna get some marching orders tonight. You ready? Most people are gonna hate it, but I don't care. I don't care. This guy in high, that just came back to me. This guy in high school I used to make fun of. His name was Gary. He'd go, I don't care. Go to hell, Bert. He sounded like he was Canadian for some reason. I don't know what just reminded me of that. I don't care. Go to hell, Bird.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away.
What's up?
This is bigger than ourselves. We won't
Those rare Appalachian Canadians. I forgot all about this guy. He was like,
feel betrayed.
he was like in my building trades class, man, and he would get. Obviously, I'll tell you in a minute when the audio and everything's not going on. Music after the intro. It'd be a good little story time.
Kill it anyway to play. Haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed.
March to Eastern North Carolina and bring a chainsaw for tree cleanup. Oh God, I did see you had a tree down. I got enough to handle it here locally. It sucks though. You're gonna hire a company. You're gonna cut it up when you're off work or something. Sweet, Jaybird. It might not. This might not be the best show for them because we're just kind of hanging out and doing some stuff. But a little bit of maintenance stuff. I got to tell you guys some things. You know, different things. Hashtag same team. Welcome. That's the end of the music. Let's roll the intro and I'll get into that little story about high school. That just come flooding back to me. I don't know why. I guess because I don't know. Someone said something. Go to hell, maybe? Is that what triggered me? Here we go. Roll the intro.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued
That's a
in
split, Chris.
is
Did some bowel split off of it? Now it's
Big
leaning the
Daddy's
other way
meat
'cause
stick.
the weight's
I heard
off.
that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching.
Welcome everybody. That is Linda Binda. Get her on Cameo, YouTube. We're actually watching videos of hers tonight on TikTok if we get to it. You can check her out. Get a Cameo like that. Someone got that one for me, and we've been using it for the intro for a little bit. I've got a few different intros. We've had that one up for a while. It's kind of lost its shock value, so I think I'll go back into rotation with it. But I do appreciate those. Anybody that gets me, there's been a couple people that got them before. Thank you very much for those. Those come in handy. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to use them because my channel's monetized. You think that'd be like a commercial? Like you'd have to pay more for like a commercial license? And I've seen Cameo sometimes. They'll have like a $20 Cameo for like personal use. They have like a $500 Cameo for commercial use, but no one said anything to me yet. So we're rolling with it. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Will Bird, Cold Beer Confessional. Running a little bit late. I was actually set to go live at 8, or I'm sorry, at right at 9, but I had some updates to do. Someone reminded me earlier of a story time in the chat, and I promised I'd tell it. But there's this guy I went to high school with, and I don't know much about him. So in class, obviously, I was like the class clown, I guess. So I would make jokes, and this guy was in my building trades class. Now, I had taken years and years and years of building trades, and I'm assuming so has he, because this is a pretty advanced class. This was getting close to probably my senior year, and the classes kept getting smaller and smaller because more people didn't take that many credits high enough to get in like building trades 7 or whatever we were in at the time. So his name was Gary, and he sounded like he was Canadian. And what bothered me, I guess it didn't bother me. What bothered him was like when I would make a joke or I would interrupt or I would say something funny that I thought was funny. Even the teacher would laugh. That was my favorite teacher. Terry Bradford was the teacher of that class. Even he would laugh. Me and him cut up all the time. Gary would get so aggravated, and he would start huffing and puffing, sound like a fucking steam engine. And that would just make me want to do it more. And then I would do it more, and he would huff harder. And then I'd finally be like, "What's the matter, Gary? You don't like my jokes?" And he'd be like, "Go to hell, Bird. I don't care." And I just remember that so vividly. Someone said something in the chat, and I repeated it. I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't even thought about it in fucking 10 years. And then someone said, "I don't care," or "Go to hell," or something in the chat. And instantly I responded with that. That used to be the thing. We would follow him around and be like, "Go to hell, Bird. I don't care." He was very, I mean, we never got in like a fist fight or nothing, but he would get very upset when I made jokes or when I would do things. I also ran into one of Liam's, at Liam's school last year before they got out for summer. I ran into an old school teacher of mine who actually had a niece that I went to school with that was the same age, and she was telling me some of my own stories about me torturing other teachers in Liam's office in front of Liam's teachers. Thank God Liam wasn't there. And she said, like, I always figured like, I'm sure I aggravated a lot of teachers, and a lot of teachers were like, fuck, I wish I didn't have him in class. There's one story I'll tell sometime about the most realistic fire drill ever. That almost made a teacher go crazy and quit. But I'm sure a lot of teachers probably hated me. But that was the first time I realized that some of them were having their nieces and nephews and sons and daughters and stuff come and tell them stories about me. They would go home and tell what I did that day, and these teachers would laugh about it, and they thought it was hilarious. I guess it was more of those like, it would be different if I was doing it to you, but since I'm doing it to somebody else, maybe, I don't know. Either way, thank you guys for joining us. I'm Will Bird, Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. If you want to contribute to the show, go to coldbeer.fund. Someone asked me again earlier what's like the best way to donate. If you want to donate, if you don't want to, let me switch this around. If you don't want to interrupt the show, there's just this yellow button. That's just a PayPal link. Like if you click it, it just opens PayPal. Buy me a coffee if you want to leave a text message. You could do dono clip if you want to use audio or video message, but they all basically, I can't just get money, right? Because all my accounts are registered as business accounts for the stream. So all those, buy me a coffee, dono clip, and PayPal, I pay like the minimum PayPal business exchange, like 3.9%. None of them are going to give me like 100%, but I'll take the 96.1% or whatever, and they can take the rest of it for processing, and I'll make sure I don't get in trouble or lose my account for trying to circumvent the rules. There's a lot of people, small streamers, that take donations like as family and friends. But if they ever get busted doing that, or somebody reports them under the family and friends thing, and they're actually running a business, they'll probably freeze their account, if not take it down. So any of those, buy me a coffee, join Patreon, the Gun and Bomber, any of those links are great. They come through the business PayPal account for Cold Beer Confessional Media Group or whatever it's called. And if you didn't know about that, you can still go to the website, coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund. And you can check out my links. So that, like, if you don't know, last night's show, because we reviewed a YouTuber that I have some respect for, not just a grifter. He's a decent dude. It didn't go up on YouTube, and there's other times where I might do something that's just on Rumble or just on Kick. We're going to do a big Kick push and probably a subathon over there instead of on Twitch. As soon as they get their app straightened out a little bit better. I've actually been checking out their app and seeing how it's doing. I think I could honestly get into a better monetization category on Kick, and I don't mind it. It's just like Twitch. So if you like Twitch, you'll like Kick. But if you go over to coldbeer.fund, just below where it says support the Cold Beer Confessional, it says there's all the links, and you just click on them. There's Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, TikTok, Rumble, Discord, and Bovada. Now, Bovada is just like an what's it called? Not an associate's link. It is it's a link to where, like, if you sign up, then I get a kickback or whatever. I think whatever you donate, it's like a gambling website I do sometimes on TikTok, and whatever you donate, I get or whatever you put in if you want to play. Like if you put $20 in, I think they give me 10 or something like that. But the rest of them are social media links. You just click on them. I'm opening them in a new tab so it doesn't close the original site. But like there's my Twitter. If you do Kick, it'll take you to my Kick site. There's Kick, Cold Beer Confessionals offline. I haven't been broadcasting there because their app kind of sucks. Yeah, affiliate link. Thank you. I haven't been, I kept wanting to say associate. I haven't been broadcasting on Kick because even though their PC version is pretty cool, for some reason when I use the app version, I can watch just fine, but when I want to chat, if I send a message, it works fine the first time, but then I have to leave and then come back to send another message or it freezes up. So hopefully they figure out their app because they've got much better monetization opportunities for streamers. They're even talking about paying hourly wages for streamers that have a certain number of followers or whatever. So we'll see how that works out. I've been away from the show a little bit more than I like to be lately, which is kind of something. I've got marching orders for you guys. I don't know if y'all are interested. Let me know in the chat if you want your marching orders. But I've been away more from the show than what I should be, trying to help out around the campground where Mariah works, trying to where we live and Mariah works, trying to get them caught up on some projects there. Maintenance man, I always say like he quit and kind of left them fucked, but I think he was more like fired and kind of left them fucked. Left in the middle of a bunch of projects and left a bunch of stuff behind. But I do have some marching orders for you, okay? Okay? Here's what I need you to do. Tomorrow, if you don't know, because you're not that deep into the Cold Beer Confessional lore, there is a game that I've been playing for a long-ass time, okay? It is called Baldur's Gate. There's been 1, 2, and 3. I've played them all. They're like remember when we used to do Dungeons and Dragons? This is kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a video game, okay? And Baldur's Gate 3 launches tomorrow. So, as much as some of y'all are not going to like this announcement, I am busy during the day with, my dad and appointments, working on his car, plus the, trying to get caught up at the campground and blah, blah, blah. It has been in pre-release since I bought it a while back, right? And I've been playing when I had spare time before. So tomorrow it actually launches. It's the one where I kicked the squirrel into the orbit. Tomorrow it launches. So you guys might not like this, but I don't know if you've ever watched any other political streamer, but usually what they do is they play video games in the background. I'm probably going to be playing video games quite a bit just because I don't have any spare time right now. I would play it during the day before the show started while I was doing research, but I don't really have that time anymore. So I'll probably be playing it like in the background. What does that mean for you guys? What are your marching orders? Bring links that you want me to talk about or review, or like stories. Say, hey, did you hear that, Donald Trump's new indictment's out, or they released this, they released that. Throw it in the chat and I'm gonna lean heavily on my moderators. I might have to add some more to kind of filter those out for me because I can't be watching the chat the whole time. But we'll watch videos. We'll talk about politics, social events,
Incoming Dono
whatever you want
clip.
to talk about while I'm playing in the background. Kind of like, I know I mention Destiny all the time, but if you've never seen a let's see, if you've never seen a Destiny stream, let's see, Destiny. I don't know, debate maybe. I'm trying to just find a Destiny video where he constantly plays. He just multitask, right? He's constantly playing video games in the background while he is either debating or while he is talking about something, or his audience suggests most of his content, and he'll be playing something in the background while he's watching a video, whatever. And I'll probably be doing a lot of that because I want to play the game. And for those of you that are interested in the game, you'll get to see it. Baldur's Gate is basically Dungeons and Dragons. It is Dungeons and Dragons. Baldur's Gate is a city in Dungeons and Dragons. So it is Dungeons and Dragons, but it's the video game version. So there's no slow time. There's no, I have to make up a story or a response. I don't have to roll no dice. All that's done to the video game, clearly. But I was trying to find just a video where he's just playing something in the background. But of course I can't find one.
Hey Derek, it's me. I think my captor has me in Gitmo. When are you coming to Gitmo? You gotta get me out of this place. I'm in Gitmo.
Thank you very much. This is actually live stream. It's not Destiny stream. But if you haven't seen it, he'll be playing. He just like this. Like he's playing they still review. I'll still review content. I'll still do the grifter stuff. Thank you very much for that dono clip. That was very funny. Mort Cumstein, everybody. I'll still review grifters or review political or social events or whatever, and we'll still put it on the screen. But I'll be playing a video game in the background, probably at least for the next couple of days. I want to see what it's about. So this is like Destiny's not talking about the game or whatever, interacting with the he's reading an article or covering a video or whatever while he plays a game in the background. That's the way it's going to be. So bring topics. If something happens through the day, you can say, hey, did you see this? You can tag like @mod or something so they can help me filter it and put it in the moderator chat so I can click on them in order. That way I don't have to bounce around like crazy. I don't get one guide. Getting one guide is my streaming nemesis. But it happens. It happens to the best of us. Anyways, it launches tomorrow, which is August the 3rd. Let me show you what it looks like. Some of you have seen me and Bull play it, Baldur's Gate 3. It's actually early, I think. I don't think it was supposed to launch till the end of August. This could ruin experience of the game. 10 important things you need to know before playing. No spoilers. Let's just grab one. Let's just do the 10. So basically, there's like these illithid or whatever they are. They're like those octopus-faced alien guys. They capture you and you escape from their spaceship, kind of. Oh, I need some audio.
Amount of information within and surrounding the game. So going in, what are some important things to know
so you guys
before
saw
we
me
get our
play
hands on the
this
game?
this
try it
portion.
yourself to make things
A lot of
smoother
these.
for your first experience. We'll begin with what is probably the most important thing.
And of course, you build a character up. You build a character up and decide their attributes and what they're going to learn and this. If you have like a character who casts spells, of course you learn the spells. But I like playing kind of like a rogue, like a thief, with like sleight of hand and stuff. I think that's probably the funnest character for me to play. That's probably what I'll build. And Bull Schiffer will not be playing with me. We've seen what he does with health potions. Oh, didn't mean to turn it down. I meant to skip ahead some. me and Bullshiver played this, and we that was when we messed with the witch. He stole all my health potions and forgot to use them and send them back. We fought some giant spiders. I mean, it's a cool game, and we've only seen probably like a 10th of it. So, like, you guys have seen me play on that one little portion of the map over and over, which is where I will start. But, like, that's not even the city of Baldur's Gate, which is what the game's about. That's a very, 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 very small portion of the game. Actually, I think they said the game was 144 gigabytes. Like, the game is gigantic, and there's no way to, like, preload. You have to load it all on launch, which is, I guess, tomorrow or at midnight or something. I don't know. The games launch at midnight anymore, or is they just
President 1 2024 just gifted 5 subs.
That's right, witches and spells. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. But I don't want to run people off because they're going to think, oh, he's playing video games. We'll still talk about stuff. I know a bunch of you assholes won't watch me play a video game. We'll still talk about whatever your topic is. We'll still watch videos. We'll still go through and do everything like we normally do. Social events, talk about grifters or indictments or politicians or whatever you want to. But I'll probably be playing this game in the background, just to be honest with you. Because I'm not gonna have time to play it any other time right now, and it's launching, and I've already bought it. I bought it months ago when it came out, or when it came into early release. It launches tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's August the 3rd. Yeah, it launches tomorrow, and I'll be spending most of my days weed eat. I got a weed eat tomorrow, and that last time that took me 8 hours of weed eating, so I probably won't have a whole lot of time to play before the stream. So I'll be playing after. But you guys are more than welcome to come hang out, watch. We'll watch TikTok videos. We'll watch whatever you want to watch. But I would like you guys to suggest topics that you want to hear. Not like topics that you're going to get mad if I discuss it a different way, but if you want to hear my take on it, if you think it's something I haven't seen, if you want to, if it's something that you want to know about, like, hey, could you explain this? I've heard you explain this before. Or could you give your take on this? What do you think about that? Can you check into this? That's the way the other streamers like Destiny and Vosh and Hassan, I mean, they're bigger streamers than I am. That's kind of how they work. They come on and start playing a game, and then ultimately someone in their chat will suggest, did you see so-and-so say this? Did you see that? Did you watch the new blah, 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 whatever? And from that... that's how they get their content, which they're live like 8 hours a day, but still, you'll see he's playing a game the whole time. This is an hour-long video from probably a 6 or 7 or 8 hour stream, and there you go. Could you explain the parking situation, little Haiti? I don't think anybody can, but every other day she has to rotate her parking for some reason. Every other day, she has to park on the other side of the street or something like that. I don't know. It's very confusing. I think there are a bunch of one-way streets and they switch directions every third day or some shit. Who knows? It's little Haiti. I couldn't help you. All right, I do got some stuff that I'm gonna go over. Let's see what we can find. One thing I'm kind of upset about, I guess. You know how I was doing AI streams? Well, there's a guy I watch. His name's Nate Petroski, and he is a homesteader on TikTok. So he sold off. He was a contractor, did like remodels and stuff like that. Sold off everything he owned. Him and his wife and his dog went out. His wife ended up leaving him. Now he's got a girlfriend, but they bought a piece of land. He was living in a camper. He turned that camper. He's now living in a metal building, like a temporary guest house building while he's building a house. Just a cool piece of content. Well, people came to him and said, hey, Nate, you should do an AI stream. Like I did an AI stream. He's like, no, I'm not AI. But I do have an AI, which would be his lawn mowing robot. His lawn mowing robot, which is a little bitty like robot looking. It almost looks like a kid's toy. But he uses razor blades basically and cuts the yard, and it's got an area mapped out with a finchu berry, I think, and it mows his front yard. So he strapped his cell phone to his lawn mowing robots and streamed a stream with the cell phone just riding on the robot yesterday and made $680. It's still going, a night stream right now. Let's see. Refresh it, maybe. It was still going last time I saw it. Yeah, night stream. $680. People watching his mower drive around. Now, the camera's not currently on the mower, but sometimes it is. Or usually is. I guess it's getting too dark to see. Usually it's a camera on the mower. See his cell phone mount at the very back? He put googly eyes on it and made $700 streaming this yesterday. Just checking the grass, make sure Nate's doing well. Or I'm sorry, Hank is what they're calling it. Hank the Tank. Can you believe that he made $700 with this thing driving around and bumping into shit? There's a cell phone on the back. They even, for some reason, he went out and added a laser pointer to the top of it. I guess so you can see what direction it's pointed at. They added a laser pointer. They just taped it on there. And I watched it today and it had a laser pointer on it. Oh, here we go. I just want you to see the view that everybody had. He said it would put you back, and they put flashlights on it, obviously. It doesn't normally have any lights. And you can run it at night because it doesn't use a camera or anything to run. I can turn on the audio. Hold on. There you go.
Dual rear-mounted headlights. Who would have thought that looked so cool? But it looks really cool. It's pretty intimidating being in front of Hank.
Also, it doesn't. This is not one of the smarter lawnmowers that I've seen, to where they actually map the yard and find the most efficient way to mow it as they go around. This is kind of like the cheaper Roombas. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the cheaper Roomba robots. Some of them map the ceiling, and they have the most efficient way to get 100%. This is one of those that just goes around and bounces into shit and picks a random direction until it's probably been enough times to where it hit everything. Because it's random, eventually it gets everywhere.
Yeah, if I'm anything scary out here, I'm going to think twice. Hank the Tank, on the job.
Here we go. Here's the normal stream we always see. I bet you he just accidentally hit end. No, he didn't. Okay. He paused it, though. So see the laser pointer, the green dot? This is the stream that made $700. Dirt Reynolds. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking? The city here in my town, we have a lot of exit ramps that have to be mowed, and of course they're really steep, like the banks and whatever that have to be mowed near an exit ramp. And they used to have flowers there, but they went back with grass because flowers is too much upkeep. They bought this badass looking lawnmower that's like on tracks. Like it looks like one of those wheelchairs that like people go hunting in that are paralyzed. Like this, it's got big ass rubber tracks, and it's like a bush hog with remote control with rubber tracks. If I could, I guess probably not steal it. That was my first thought, but that sounds bad. Maybe just talk to them and convince them to let me strap my phone on it while they climb up the side of a mountain bush hogging with big ass tracks and shit. Yeah, steal it is probably not the way to go. Does this look like a $700 stream to you guys? Yeah, it's a remote control. I see the guy. What they used to have to do was bring in a tractor with a big arm, like an articulated arm mower, and drive back and forth with this arm, and you'd have to work this arm. But it wasn't safe because they still had to get part of the tractor on the grade because this is such a tall hill and it's so long, and it wasn't safe. So they ended up buying a remote control one. So the guy stands in the road, drives it off the trailer, goes up, mows, whatever, and drives it back all with remote control. Makes his passes or whatever. Watch when it hits a barrier. It just randomly picks a different direction. So you can see the high weeds. It's not going to mow there. It shouldn't. It's going to stop because it found the fence. It just turns a random direction and goes. And then it'll go till it hits something else or a fence, of the buried fence line. It'll pick a random direction and go, and eventually it bounces around enough to where it gets everywhere. It looks like chaos at first, but it just makes enough trip. The ones that actually map out the most efficient way to go are actually much more efficient, right? But they're also much more expensive. There's a lot more processing going on. There's a lot more. So this has to be small enough and efficient enough battery wise that it doesn't ruin it for you, because it does. Our old robot vacuum used to do this, and it would come out while we sleep at like 3 or 4 in the morning. It'd go bouncing around the house. Every time it hit something, it bounced around, and after a couple hours, it had basically hit 100% of the room. I could even see it on my phone, and it would map out every place it went, and then it would go back to its charger and plug itself back in. It would like run up on it, and then it would like lower its wheels and set down and charge itself. That's kind of the way this thing works. It has a charging base too. When its battery gets low or when it's done, it goes to charger. If it runs over snakes, I'm buying one. I mean, technically it would. The snake shouldn't affect it. It got off course a little bit there. See how it keeps sliding down the hill? But it'll straighten itself back out because it's trying to go into the line that it wants to go in, the straight line. There might be something hung in one of its wheels, and that's why it keeps turning so bad. But technically it would run over a snake. A snake wouldn't affect it any. The only thing that would affect this is obviously something big like a car or something. If you have an animal big enough to flip it over. Oh, it went away. I don't know why. An animal. Oh, it came back. An animal big enough to flip it over would obviously put it on its top. It can't flip itself back over. I watched a guy the other day on YouTube. A guy on YouTube the other day invented this little train trolley system that brings his trash cans out to the road on the right day, and then automatically after they're emptied and put back or whatever, it rolls them all back behind his house to where they have like little chutes where they can put like recycling, cardboard, plastic, cardboard, regular trash, and 2 chutes, and then the little train takes it back out there. It doesn't look like a train, but it's like a roller coaster, right? It has little rails, and it has this little box that has the motors in it that pulls it out of there. Crazy. I hope you have a pecan orchard, because nuts is about the only thing bulls going to harvest. Oh no! See, somebody donated right there a hat. Bull, are you going for the annual nut harvest? I'm a pecan man myself. I'm an oil baron. Crush the enemy. Fucking Mariah. It's not for the weak, boy. Anyways, $700 stream right here. I guarantee you he made more now, because now that since he's told people it made $700, there's probably more people that tuned in today to see it. So here's where he talks about it. I think this is the upgrades he did.
Hank mowed for almost 5 hours this afternoon, and he supposedly only lasts about 2 hours with his battery, but Hank was really wanting to put on a performance. The battery in the phone while it was on live, though, that was dying, so I had to rig something up quick on the fly.
So
I told Hank I'd do a better job because he's shooting for the rankings. He managed to get all the way up in 12th in Rising Stars, and for the first time he made it in the daily rankings. He's down near the bottom, but he made it there. Hank wants to thank you.
This got in the top rankings. He got in I think the first stream he did, not this one he's talking about now, but the first stream he did, he got in the top 35 of rankings. That is everybody live on TikTok at the same time. At the same time, it was number 35. The stream was number 35.
Thank you guys for the gifts, but he wants you guys to remember to be kind to everybody else in the rankings. Apparently, it can be a pretty toxic environment as you get up there. People are really after their money, but he wants you guys to be chill. When I told Hank I was putting his accessories on with blue tape, he got really angry. He's like, what, don't you own double-sided Velcro and stuff? Turned on his laser light, pointed it right at me, and he's like, all right, I'll take out my aggression on the grass. Just press that start button. I told Hank this whole AI live thing is just a fad. It's going to blow over. He insisted he's not not a fad, though. He's going to stick around. I wedged in a stick for stability purposes, pressed go live, and we'll see what happens tonight. Let's go. Hank mowed for almost 5.
This robot mower is making $700 a live stream for like
Got
4
some
hours
real
or
progress
whatever. And poor Yori and Miss Press had to open up a whorehouse just to make ends meet. They've been running it by hand so far, but it's bound to take off at some point.
Made on the storage building. Well, it's nice out. I wanted to make sure and focus on getting the exterior
Stuck
taken
his
care
cat
of.
in a
And
bucket?
that
I don't
includes
know
the
about
underside. All the insulation is installed, including the most
Dr. J's their manager.
difficult part, but there's insulation tucked in there. I dropped the wire down here in case I want to put a mini split right here on this wall.
So this
The
is
pressure
his
tank and
Homestead
pump from the
content.
rainwater collection system is here in this
Which
corner.
is, this content's really cool about his rainwater collection and his water heaters and how he's setting all this up.
And I have a supply line that's insulated running across, bringing water up.
Dr. J says, and boy, do their forearms get tired. It's weird. Yori's always complaining about her forearms, and Miss Priss is always complaining about her calf muscles. So I don't think she's using her hands.
It'll go to my makeshift water heater, and then over here to the shower. I just have to run through the walls here to get something for the sink and the washing machine. Unfortunately, all the work is not done underneath the building yet, though, because I actually want to take a tarp and run across the bottom.
How do you think Jay Hyde Ashbury's mom afforded a private elevator? Huh? Don't you know it's hard out here for a pimp? Dr. J trying to get some money for her mom's elevator rent.
You'll often see the same thing underneath mobile homes. My insulation is just held up here with these little wires wedged in between, and that'll just help make sure it stays up there. Fast forward a little bit, and there's a tarp everywhere. Is Minion the one that installed the tarp in the low areas? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm definitely glad that project's over with.
That's his dog.
Hank
His
is
dog
doing
has
it
his
again.
own-
He got himself into the right.
His dog has his own channel too. His dog's name is Minion, and it has its own channel too, and it gets a ton of views.
Rising stars, and he's cutting grass. One thing I've noticed about homesteaders and farmers and other people that have a really busy lifestyle is they're not on live.
I heard Miss Priss Miss Priss only has one client for the podiatry job. I don't know how to say it to try to make it less icky. It's some guy, it's some millionaire named Bunter Hodden. So I don't know if you guys know him, but he's apparently a millionaire.
Live very often. And I know why. It's because we got to get stuff done. With all these people doing the NPC trend, it just makes sense that I let a real
There's a PO box if you want to do that, but I still have to claim it and pay taxes, and it's like a 3% fee or something, Sky. But yeah, there's a PO box if you want to do that. It's PO Box 121, Irwin, Tennessee 37650. 37650. It'll be in the Twitch chat, but I don't think it'll make it over to Rumble.
real AI do that for me. Some people suggested it's like a real life money glitch, and I guess it kind of is. Anyway, I'm here figuring out all the shower stuff, figuring out the lights and electrical and the storage
It's a real life money glitch.
building, and
Of
I've got
course it
no
is.
plans to cut the grass later because Hank's taking care of that as well as entertaining the people. I know Hank doesn't do very good at reacting to the gifts, but he did tell me to tell you guys he really appreciates it. In between working on stuff, I'm making sure all the animals are good. This is Kitchen
Good
Duck. She laid a bunch of eggs and made a nest underneath the refrigerator. I don't want her to feel like she has to get up and forage for food, so I bring her a little jar of food and she eats right out of it. This also keeps food from laying on the ground that'll attract mice and other things.
Googly
I
eyes
can't
on
tell
the
you guys how
toenails.
proud I am of Hank, though. He is really the hardest worker I've ever seen. Hank is doing
Wait up. Are you Gold Zeo Ranger? Straight Runner? I was wondering who that was. It's somebody that watches the show, I'm pretty sure. I want to
Hank
see the
did
one
really
where-
well
here
on
it
his
is.
live.
So it says, this live is absolutely nuts. Please tell us how much you made. I'm betting it's at least $20,000. Now, of course, that's a very high guess, but listen to him.
Hank did really well on his live. Not quite that well, but he did manage to make $680. He reached number 34 in the Rising Stars and got over 10.
I'm just, so like technically if someone sent me money or a check or whatever, technically I could try to hide that, but I'm not trying to get audited by the IRS. I'm not trying to, so I immediately take it to my bank. I claim it as business income and I still pay fees on it no matter what, just because I don't want to get in trouble with either PayPal or my bank or the IRS. I'm not trying to get caught up and owing, you know, a few thousand. Like last year, I owed like $700 worth of taxes I had to pay. So this year I'm trying to send more estimated payments in and pay a little bit more.
10 million likes on it. Hank's a really hard worker. He also did 2 more shifts overnight and kept the grass at the perfect height.
680.
After all that, I think he's earned some makes $680.
$680.
He reached number 34 in the Rising Stars and got over 10 million likes on it. Hank's a really hard worker. He also did 2 more shifts overnight and kept the grass at the perfect height. After all that, I think he's earned some TLC. First thing we're going to do is clean up all this caked on grass. He actually hasn't been cleaned up in about a month. Look at all this stuff.
It's just
what a
crazy
mess.
to me that people will watch this stupid robot drive around and send. I mean, it's got to be that it's Nate, and he has a huge following. How many followers does he have? 3.1 million. Because, like, if I did that, I feel like no one would even find it. They'd be like, what's this? Okay, scroll on.
Replacement, Hank. That'll be good for. Wow, we almost got in trouble with that one. I actually ended up using my impact with a flat blade on it.
There's just little blades. They're basically just razor blades with 2 holes in them. And when they get worn out once, you can flip them. Obviously, that's why the other hole's there.
To actually get it out. There we
Pressure
go.
washing,
New blades, new screws.
I swear on my life, I went to Walmart today to see if I could find a magnetic mounts, like a magnetic base that would hold my phone. I was going to mount my phone to the deck of the lawnmower while I mowed all day today and just drive around and not say anything, see what happened. Fuck it.
Now, the blades might look crooked on Hank, but they're actually meant to free float. So once he spins up, the centrifugal force will hold him out just like that. Give him a quick rinse.
Actually, something like mowing is probably a really, 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 really good place for a robot. As long as you can keep safety features going, it's a task that needs to be done. It's a very repetitive task. A lot of people have yards or can mark off areas in their yards that are pretty easy to navigate. No extreme uphills, no giant holes or dips or rocks. And it doesn't take a whole lot of skill. It can just bounce around. I think it's a good application for a not very smart robot, you know, just one that bounces around. Clearly, I wouldn't build like a fucking an AI to like push mow, like a walking, talking robot to push mow, but something like this is a good application, I think.
Get his camera back on, and he's ready to go live.
Even washed him off.
There you go, Hank. Cut the grass and make it happen. Hank did really well.
This first thing he pulls him out of here is his charging base. Now, he built a house over it, I guess, to keep it out of the weather, but I don't know if you can see it when he pulls
on
him
his
out or
live.
not.
Not quite that well, but he did make.
But there'll be a little base in there with 2 little like spring-loaded ground contacts to where he'll pull up to it and it'll charge his battery. I just can't believe that it made $700 doing it.
I gotta fix the float on my rainwater collection tank. This piece of PVC pipe is actually a gauge for how full my tank is. The higher it sticks out of the tank, the more water I have. The water pickup is actually attached to the bottom of this pipe, and the float keeps it about 18 inches below the surface where the cleanest water is. The top often has particles floating on it, and the bottom is obviously a sediment layer. I use zip ties to attach this soda bottle as the float, but obviously that's not going to last forever, and apparently 3 years is the limit. I have no inline filters in this system. The only thing I filter is my drinking water. I rely solely on the placement of the pickup line to get my clean water. To reattach this float, I'm actually going to use copper wires. Copper is actually antimicrobial and a great...
So he catches all of his rainwater, but he has this thing called a flush diverter. So the first rainwater that comes off the roof, obviously the roof's dirty and got leaves and dirt and whatever's dust, pollen. The first water that comes off actually is diverted to a different pipe where it just runs out in the middle of the woods. And then once that fills up, the flush diverter fills up, then it starts bypassing that and going into his tank. So he gets decently clean water, but clearly you still have to filter your drinking water. You don't want to end up with something that's, you know, in the tank. But as far as like washing with, especially like washing dishes or cleaning or washing your clothes or even taking a shower, rainwater's good enough unfiltered.
A great choice to use in a water tank. Got it tied back together, it's holding the pickup where it needs to be, and my water level gauge is once again demonstrating the correct level. The 2,500 gallon tank is completely full, and I should be fine if we get a drought anytime this summer. I've never cleaned the faucet screens, and you can see there's no issues with clogging. I do have an issue with the sprayer though. For some reason it stays on even when I'm done squeezing the handle. I gotta fix the float on my rain.
I'm a fan of commercial sinks. Oh,
Hank
I got
still-
some news today, by the way. We're going to check out Scott Rogers in just a second, but I got some news today that not only maybe we can get K Kilo on the podcast, we might actually get Scott Rogers himself. He has agreed to go on the podcast with Kilo, but that also means we've got to be kind of careful with what we say and not run him off, okay? Like, there are questions that I'll probably ask towards the end that I know will cause some issues. But at first, we're gonna kind of have to pander to him.
I got a small dick, but wait till it get hard. She gonna be like, damn, shit, my God.
The Acadian Carpenter, Derek, giving Derek's a good name since... I'll go read it. Hold on. Your name threw me off. Derek, the Acadian Carpenter, bought 10 six-packs. Thank you. Giving Derek's a good name since 1973. Laugh out loud. Thanks for giving me almost 2 years of consistent place to chill at night. Yeah, it's a pretty cool hangout if nothing else. Someone said packing in the viewers. I don't know if we got a bunch of viewers on Facebook. I would doubt it. We usually don't have a whole lot of viewers on Facebook. We got 100 and some on Twitch. We've got 20 on Facebook. We got probably around 100 on Rumble. Yeah, 85 on Rumble. Not too bad. A couple hundred people watching. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the support. You too can contribute to the show if you'd like at coldbeer.fund. Thank you very much, Derek. Yeah, so we might be able to get Scott and Kilo. She asked him, and he said he would, but we'll just have to wait and see if that's true or not. That's all I can do right now. But if we could get both those people, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Scott Wadros. But we gotta be kind of chill at first, and then we can amp up once with the interviews ending, we can really amp up the questions, because I'm sure at some point he's gonna be like, "What twacked it? I'm out of here. What twacked it?"
Who am I?
Oh, I downloaded this. I don't even know why I got that. That's gonna be my new existential crisis. My new existential crisis alert. I sent it to myself, but I didn't need to show it on the show. All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, this is a good one.
I'm pregnant, and my daughter Shekinah Glory is pregnant too. We're pregnant by the same man, Ezekiel, her boyfriend, the one I gave some tail to on his 18th birthday. I'm mad at Shekinah Glory. I can't stand her. Like, really, that's my daughter.
Okay, she's very mad at her daughter, Shekinah Glory. So this woman slept with her daughter's boyfriend on his 18th birthday and also became pregnant from the same man. They're both pregnant from the same man. And she's very mad at her daughter. Why would her daughter get pregnant from this deadbeat?
Shekinah Glory. I can't stand her. Like, really, that's my daughter. But for real, my heart ain't
What's genetically impossible?
there with her.
It's a mother and daughter sleeping with a daughter's boyfriend.
For one, she up here getting pregnant by Ezekiel, knowing Ezekiel is no good. Ezekiel can't take care of himself. Ezekiel don't have a pot to piss in or a window to pour it out of. At least I'm getting married to little lunatic.
Little lunatic?
I'm so disappointed. At least I'm getting married to little lunatic. I'm so disappointed in you, Shekinah Glory. Get out my house.
Get out my house. Now, clearly, I think this is a lie, obviously. Like, because she's calling her out and saying, I'm mad at her for doing the exact same thing that I did. But it did lead me to this account. It says drama mama, pregnant, Christian mingle thought, 10 kids, 7 in foster care, 9 baby daddies. She also has an Amazon wish list linked. Gift cards, bedding. What's that say? Bamboo California King sheets. She sleeps in a California King. Well, she's huge, I guess. Anti-fatigue kitchen mats, cushioned, wigs, water, TVs, gift cards, more water, gift cards for Uber Eats. Seems like a good wish list, right?
I'm gorgeous, and why not? I got a bald head, okay. Unlike your mama, sister, and aunt, and them, mine is by choice. There's a lot of reasons why I have a bald head, and y'all may not know. First is I don't like hair. My hair grow extremely fast. It's extremely thick.
Honestly, I thought it was a dude playing a woman, but I'm not sure.
Hard to find anybody to do it because it's just really coarse, thick hair. And by December, I kid you not, it's going to be like down here if I perm it. And
it says this is the funniest thing. The comment says this is the funniest thing on TikTok as a continuing saga. I love it. It's like a train wreck meets body positivity. There you go.
I just don't like it. Second off,
this is
Teacup love women with bald heads. Third off, I have a lot of people who watch me that is going through 4th stage, 2nd, 3rd, so yeah, for them people as well, because a lot of people that's in their families won't come. Look at my new man, Teacup. Little lunatic brother is so
my new man, Teacup.
Just finished cooking for Teacup. Welcome home party. Yes, I am in love with Teacup. Yes, I lick Teacup.
I like the kid that makes Barbies fight. Mariah likes that shit. I can't get into it.
Hell this morning. I love him. Anyway, this is what I cooked for my man, honey. I made him some barbecue and some great down for my man. Little lunatic brother Teacup told me up this morning, baby. Okay, but first, let me tell
Little lunatic's brother Teacup got some good eggplant.
y'all girls something. Y'all been begging me to do a makeup tutorial, and I put a whole bunch of new makeup so y'all can learn how to do y'all makeup good.
Is that why they're never wearing a shirt? Is it a dude?
Good like me. I'm playing on live later on
like a trashy woman.
Thank you to all the people who donated to my page to help me buy makeup and stuff so I can give y'all these tutorials. Lil Lunatic got arrested, y'all, because he hit Miss Joyce. They got in a fight over my food stamp card. Then he violated his probation. So he might be gone back to prison. I don't know. That's my husband. I love him. But he going to have to fend for himself on this one. His little brother, Teacup, live here with us as well. Because it's me, Miss Joyce, Teacup. It was Lil Lunatic. Persuasion here, and my son Raymonte. This morning, Teacup had one leg across the door. He had my other leg on a nightstand. Baby, he was like, baby, it is true what they say about pregnant women, because this is good. Miss Joyce and everybody in here respect the fact that, you know, me and Teacup starting something, and yes, me and Lil Lunatic is still married, but you know, we got a married, so can't nobody say nothing. It is what it is. Sharing my man with my daughter. She done slept with my husband. Then her boyfriend, she pregnant by him. I'm pregnant by him too. She's so disrespectful. Then on top of all that,
I like her highlights.
He don't even love her.
They're pretty subtle, but she has a few highlights underneath her eyes. And then a couple that kind of make her lips pop. They're pretty subtle, though.
He loved me more than he loved her. And even though that was her boyfriend first, he's my man there. She got to respect that. And then on top of all that, my kids is in foster.
I think it's I keep seeing face stubble. I think it's a dude playing a woman.
Yeah. I need my children. I want manifestation.
I've said 100 times it's a character.
Ash Appia. Cremation, carnation, gorgeous, phenomenal, and amazing.
That's what that's what the parents get for the kids. That's what my parents get for my kids. So the grandparents get for the kids now is just gift cards. They never know what the young kids are doing. They just want them off their lawn.
Her daddy is my sister.
Yes, that's the leg. Full body reveal. This is me standing up and turning around. I proudly weigh 580 pounds. Yes, I have diabetes and high blood pressure, but that's between me and my doctor. I don't promote morbid obesity, but I do promote beauty and confidence. Marquita Elise.
Y'all always asking me, am I a man or am I a woman? Y'all need to mind y'all business on that one. Because you know what? I am a human being on a planet Earth that God made. If
Marquita
I'm not trying
Elise
to
Jones
lick your
is the
tail,
name.
you don't need to know what's between my legs. If I ain't trying to spend my food stamps on you, you don't need to know what's between my legs, baby. If I ain't trying to have a baby by you, you don't need to know. All you need to know is my name is Marquita Alize Jones, and you're looking at me.
Alize, okay.
So, on that note, I am the celebrity, you are the fan. So let's act like it and remember that. I got to get back to licking my baby daddy, Ezekiel tail, and I got to go pick up Lil Lunatic from Shekinah Glory House. Y'all always asking me, am I a man or am I a woman? Y'all need to mind y'all business on that one. Because you know what? I am a human. Ooh, I'm out here with my husband today, y'all. Little Lunatic. You know, we trying to make things work. I know I look a mess, child. He dragged me out.
So I'm seeing Marquita Elise Jones. I ran a quick bin verified. I'm seeing a Marquita Elise Jones, and it says their alter ego alias are Mike Jones, Michael T. Pye, P-Y-E, M. Pye. They have a bunch of male aliases. Marquita P. Jones, Marquita A. Jones. Jones Marquita Pye plus 5 more. Does that sound like a Georgia accent they have? Like a Georgia ethnic accent?
Oh yeah. We came to get something to eat. You know how you do. After you've been making love all day. I licked his tail all morning long. Girl, his mama was hearing this.
That's right. 281-330-8004.
Everything.
Who?
It was a mess. But she don't care. I finally got rid of my youth.
If you don't know Mike Jones's phone number, I don't know that we could be friends in real life. I mean, you're more than welcome to watch the show, but I don't even know if we could be friends.
So yes, honey, I'm happy about that. This
3004.
Of course, you know, she's spending my food stamps. I don't care as long as I got my man. I can't stand Miss Joyce. I can't stand it, bitch. But I love.
You know, not the 281. The 330-8004 used to be one of my first cell phone numbers I ever had. It was just a different area code. It's 423-330. 330 is like for the town I live in, Irwin, and 423 is like Eastern Tennessee. It was 423-330-8004. Thought I was so cool.
Love her son.
And it was accident.
Hope everybody have a beautiful day.
That is right, Sky Moon. Good throwback. So it sounds like they might have a Georgia accent. And Sky Moon says, is that the thing that went to see the sea hag? No wonder she was terrified. Got Betsy and everything. That's Ezekiel. That's the baby daddy for her daughter and her. It's a good character. I mean, it's a lot of engagement. If nothing else.
Hey, y'all, I need y'all help. I got a real bad yeast. It's real.
Damn it.
And my man, the lunatic, like it because it makes everything real gushy. Ezekiel don't care.
Makes it real gushy.
Get it from the back, he don't care. But anyway, I'm getting ready.
Somebody called her Marquita Cream Brulee Jones.
They are in foster care, like most of y'all know, courtesy of the state. And I'm just getting ready to go see my kids. I want to go see my kids, and when I go see them, I'm gonna let them know I'm not coming to see them no more this summer. They bed is on the what? Cremation and cash.
Cream brulee is like, it's also, I think it stands for like burnt cream. It is like a cream style dessert that they put in like typically like a white dish, like a white shallow bowl, and they take a torch and they like burn the very top of it, right? It makes it kind of stick together.
Happier, being disrespecting their foster mama and all that. I don't care as long as I don't got to deal with them.
Imagine going to bed and praying that you die in your sleep.
As long as I still can get them food.
That reminds me of that Tim Robinson skit where he's like, my life flashed before my eyes, and I really thought I was going to die to this monster. And the first thought I had was, well, at least I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Monsters are real.
Pregnant, and my daughter is pregnant too.
And why are you telling us?
We're pregnant by the same man.
Jesus.
I'm pregnant, and my daughter's
I got gets on my nerves.
Is pregnant.
Surely Candace Owens didn't really react to this, did she?
Pregnant too. We're pregnant by the same man, Ezekiel.
That could have been fake, okay? Because Candace didn't say anything that has to do with any of this video.
Her boyfriend, the one I gave some tail to
I
on
think
his
it's fake.
18th. I'm pregnant.
I think you could paste any video right here. I think that was
I
fake.
have a very deep, dark secret I want to tell y'all about this morning. As most of y'all do know, Pastor Burrow Johnson is the father of my daughter's cremation incarnation.
Oh, is she doing woman face? Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
I've been trying to protect him and his congregation.
Oh, I forgot. Hold on, what did he say?
Most of y'all do know Pastor Burrow Johnson is the father of my daughter's cremation incarnation. I've been trying to protect him and his
So she's got two daughters named Cremation and Carnation, and they are fathered, they're sired by the the local pastor.
Congregation by now.
Cremation and Carnation.
Telling everything, but I'm going to tell it all because I live in my truth, and y'all know I tell y'all everything up here.
I mean, it's a good character to play, right? Like, it's got us interested just to see, and people's been arguing whether it's real or not, and it probably lends itself to a ton of racist stereotypes, but
and
it gets content, it gets engagement.
Dude, take the tab.
I'm gonna have to start
What's
playing a
up, my
character.
love? Y'all come
Gender
in my
reveal
line.
with French fries.
I'm eating. Come on. Y'all come and ask questions. Come on, girl. I'm waiting for you. Come on.
That's what I told Yori she should do. Or maybe I didn't tell her. Have I told you this, Yori? You shouldn't go out and thirst trap. You should just go out and be fucking super ghetto. Just play a super ghetto character. Talk about running up at somebody's spot all the time. Talk about you and your homies. You and your homies just got some ups. Fucking ops on the block.
What's up, my love? Y'all come to my line.
Your grandma ain't gonna see it. I won't tell her about it and send her a link. After licking my tail, sneaky link tail, I went to jail. I might lose my kids for good.
I was on Christian Mingle trying to find me a new husband.
Christian Mingle.
I couldn't find nobody, so the devil jumped in me. And
the devil jumped in her. You know, I spent I was married by the time dating apps have came around. I've never even had an account at all of on any dating app. But it was for years I heard people talk about Plenty of Fish, and one guy finally called it Plenty of Fucks at a job site in front of me one time. He's like, "Oh, I've been on Plenty of Fucks." He's like, "I'm gonna meet some bitch, blah blah blah, whatever. I've been on Plenty of Fucks. That's where I met her." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's where I meet all the girls, when I'm traveling or whatever, and I want to fuck." I'm like, "Damn." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, what is the..." And I was like, "All those super religious girls are just fucking all the time or what?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I thought Plenty of Fish was like Christian Mingle for some reason. I thought Plenty of Fish, I guess because the fish and the loaves, or I don't know. I thought Plenty of Fish was like the Christian-based one for like the longest fucking time. I have had an account, not my own. I catfished somebody one time with an account on a dating website, but I've never had my own. You won't find my username anywhere. Although you will find Mariah on blogs talking shit about me.
Went over to Plenty of Fish. And so me and this guy, we were hitting each other up. And then I was
absolutely positive that no one that I'm aware of ever has been made aware of any complaint, a formal complaint made by or a complaint by Tara Reid against me at the time this allegedly happened 27 years ago, or until I announced for I guess it was in April or May of this year.
Okay.
I know of no one who's aware that any complaint was made.
That is completely unedited. I'm unaware of over there and in between and underwear that there was never there or over there, unaware of a complaint made there.
And then he was like, "Oh, I might marry you if I give him some tail." So I gave him some tail. He came over to the house. He told me.
You guys have never heard it called tail? I saw everybody talking earlier when he's like, gave him some tail. You guys have never heard that? Is that like a Southern thing, maybe? I've heard it like, not like in like a sexy way, like I'm going to give you some tail. But I've heard a lot of guys say it, like I'm going to go get some tail. Yeah, I guess.
And y'all know I licked his behind real good.
Oh,
real
shit.
Good.
You tossed his salad.
I gave him some tail. He was like, "Let's go to the store. Since you want to get married, prove your love to me." And I was like, "Sure." But I didn't have no money. He didn't have no money either. So I went in the store. I proved my love to him.
Sky Prince. It's been a little bit. Probably.
I stole myself a
I've got some stuff to cover. I know this is people are getting tired of this, but I was trying to get confronting my daughter about sleeping with my husband. Okay. This is what I was trying to get to.
You know that
we'll move on.
Husband. And I love you, Shekinah Glory.
Shekinah Glory.
That's why I help you get your apartment out the projects. That's why I carried you to the clinic when you got your first STD. That's why I did all the things I did for you. That's why when all them girls always came for you when you were sleeping with all their boyfriends, I always helped you and everything. But you want to do all this to me. You always breaking my heart. I'm tired of you.
I said I was sorry, Mom, but we can't do anything about it now.
Why?
She's trying to make it
I love you, but I would never love you more than I love Little Lunatic. And I definitely won't love you more than I love Ezekiel.
But Ezekiel wants me, Mom.
Let's just make up, girl. Let's just go down to the corner store and go get some Mad Dog 2020.
Some Mad Dog. Okay.
Sit under the tree and we have a good drink. Be mother and daughter again. Like
we're gonna talk about Shelly losing her fucking cool and harassing the dirt bike park owner.
Me will come over and you
just a second.
Shy.
I really would like that.
All right. Come on.
They made up with some Mad Dog. That's all we can hope for in this life, I believe, is just to make up with some Mad Dog. Let's see what else we got. That was the second one, I think. 680 for Hank. Got that. Already did that one. This is a weird video or like creator that gets a ton of views. This one's actually going to have a treadmill in it, but usually he just rolls stuff down his stairs. So it's a marble set of stairs going down to a door, and the stairs are marble, obviously, so glass stuff breaks, but it also looks like there's a bed of nails or something at the bottom to like break the non-glass stuff. Like this is added for some reason. I guess the 2 liters. But this gets a ton of views. This is wild because he's doing it once. He usually doesn't do that. He usually doesn't do it all at once. It's usually a lot less stuff, but. So let me go to his main page because he usually doesn't do a ton of them at once. The treadmill's new. What I actually used to see all the time that like this has got 1 million views. See, there's no nails down at the bottom now either, and he won't roll anything plastic. Is this like for people who are like OCD about cleaning their house all the time, but they would love to just see what happens when a mess is made? Is it that good, guys? You love this? I could make a channel like this. I know what subscribers are. I didn't know. I know that Bangkok, is that what it's called? Mukbang. Why did I say Bangkok? I know that mukbang is not, I mean, there's obviously like the people who watch it for like a weird sexual fetish, but there's also women that watch it that are dieting or need to lose weight and are basically starving themselves or whatever they're doing. And they like to watch someone else engorge themselves with food because they are not able to eat a bunch of food, and somehow it helps them. So I could imagine if someone had like a really clean house and never broke anything, but always were like, oh man, I just want to see something break. I know a place, I guess I'd have to clean up, but I know a place that's got like 200 cement steps. We can roll all kinds of shit off there. This shit don't even break. There it goes. I guess for guys, there's like weird thing that guys like too. Like what was one of them I saw the other day that like guys were like, whoa, 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 what is this? Go, go. It was like a play on like something that guys would watch, but girls would think were stupid. I like watching, this isn't it, but I like when they throw stuff off the big ass dams or the big ass radio towers or throw basketballs or whatever. Mark Rober, obviously that type of content as well. Mark Rober just dropped a car, like an actual car, from a cell phone tower and made it bounce on a trampoline. So this is their normal content. And it's like, it looks, this is getting millions of views and it's like in a third world country. I bet you they're a fucking millionaire where they live. There was something I was watching and it was like all these guys like, like they were getting really excited about something. I can't remember. And it was like a play on like guys would watch this and I even liked it, but women would scroll past it and think it was fucking weird. That was a cool one. Knocked the bottom out of it. I also hate look how bad these stairs are. This has got to be a third world country. I mean, yeah, they're marble all the way down, which makes me think that maybe they're more wealthy in a third world country. But look how fucking crooked and shoddy the work is. This stair here is like 2 inches wide on this side and like 6 inches wide on this side. What is going on? I'm sure she cleans it up. And I'm assuming that they made, so they do it at different other things too, like rolling things and busting bottles. They call it ASMR. I don't know if it's really ASMR or not. That's just a couple pieces of metal rolled together or welded together. But I'm assuming they've made some money from their content and they went and bought a treadmill because the new videos are with a treadmill. What does that say? What does that say, Yori? The nailed board is not. I
got a small dick, but wait till it get hard. She gonna be like, damn, shit, my God.
Oh no, I already saw it. Let me go read it. Chris M with the 6-pack says 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on a low because Mike Jones about to blow. Keep up the great work, Beer Man. Love the shows. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very good numbers. I love your numbers. Oh, so now Yuri's not going to translate for us? So ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And it would be like something that gives you like the chills or goosebumps or the chills or goosebumps or like a tingling effect that's triggered from like audio or visual stimulus. Right. So like if you get goosebumps or chills or have like, I don't know, the hair on the back. Yeah. Like it feels good. You get this response from some type of audio or visual. So what's ASMR for some people is not going to be ASMR for other people. Mariah can make my toes curl, but I don't know the bullshiffer could. So. Damn, it's a lot of shit. It's Portuguese. Calm down, Nana. Oh, no. So this is the woman who does it. She's kind of fair-skinned. Blonde hair. Which I guess Portugal. Yeah, I've been to Portugal once. You're telling me this person... In Portugal, basically all drugs are legal. I bought cocaine at a coffee shop in Portugal. And she sits in her house all day rolling shit down the stairs. Either she's got some really, really good shit or she doesn't realize how much good shit there is out there. Oh, there's a kink for everything. Yeah. I have this weird kink where I imagine someone's hand getting stuck in a pickle jar. And then while they're trapped in the pickle jar with just enough juice that their fingertips are submerged, that I sneak up behind them and stroke the pickle jar. Just one of these. Like a big pickle jar, but with a tiny opening so their hand gets stuck. You see what I'm saying? So I guess. I'm the pickle jar in that scenario, in case you're wondering. I'm the pickle jar. A
lot of people got this crazy perception.
This right here is honestly a public service announcement. This is a public. Let's watch some spooky shit. I don't do spooky or ghost hunty or whatever. This right here is honestly a public service announcement. I think everybody deserves to hear it. This is not a joke. Everybody should be aware of this that goes on in the South. If you ever come to Appalachia, you want to be aware of this, okay?
A lot of people got this crazy perception that small town Appalachia is like a really scary place to live, you know? They post on Reddit and all kinds of shit, and they be like, oh, I heard that you shouldn't go out after dark. You shouldn't be on the back roads, stuff like that, because crazy stuff happens down.
If you don't go out after dark and you're not on the back roads, I don't know what the fuck you would do in small town Appalachia. That's the only thing. It's the only things to do. Right on the back roads at night.
On there, you got ghosts and all kinds of battlegrounds and shit like that. Trips people out because there's a lot of tragedy and a lot of sadness that comes with the history of small town.
I just said I don't do spooky stuff, and they're like, "Oh, sweet spooky stuff, let's do it."
Graveyards down here are scary as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, especially some of these Civil War graveyards and shit like that back in the 1800s and stuff, even before then. Shit's definitely scary. I ain't gonna lie. But the scariest part about living here ain't none of that shit. The scariest part is living in a place like I do on a back road in the middle of nowhere. Ain't got no neighbors for miles, nothing. I leave my bedroom window.
What if an emergency happens, and there's certain things that come out at night that you need to be aware of? Bullshiffer probably heard this moaning down there on the riverbank. Well, I don't know. He wasn't here for a weekend. A weekend's when it's worse. It's like they know, and especially around the time that people get their disability checks, it's even worse. But here you go. If you're ever in small town Appalachia, here's what you need to really worry about.
Window, but sometimes on summer nights, overlooks the pond. You can see the moon hitting the pond. You know, it's dark. Go down the hill. There's a big hayfield, and all the cows and shit are down there. The only thing that really terrifies me there is sometimes when you open the window late at night, if you listen, you can hear them dope whores coming. They be crawling up the hill. The old man just beat the hell out of them, slung them out of the car. They run behind it, missing a shoe and shit. Come back, Randy, I love you. They all cracked out, and then they see the window open. I gotta hang up job applications and shit around the house to keep them away. My daughter's like, "What's that smell, Daddy?" I can't tell her it's dope whores. Like, I don't know, babe. I have no idea. I know one day I'm gonna have to tell her the truth. You know, I'm just gonna have to be like,
dope whores.
Honey, it's just dope whores. You can hear them all night. They'd be like, "Let me suck your dick for some dope. I'm dope sick." They shit through a screen door and never hit a wire. Dope shit and leave snail trails all over the yard and shit like that. Shit, one of them was fighting with her old man. They was trying to take apart my heat pump, and he got stuck down in between the grate, and it sucked his ass up when it kicked on. There wasn't nothing left but a shack shoe from Walmart, a nipple ring, still part of the nipple on it, and a piece of an "Only God Can Judge Me" tattoo. She survived it though, which it didn't hurt her at all actually. About 10 minutes later, she was up in the bed of my truck. She'd made a yo-yo out of a spare tire. So if you're thinking about visiting down here, moving down here, just keep in mind, you know, they dope whores out here. And ladies, if y'all come down here with your
significant, be aware of the dope whores.
Significant other, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, you better watch, because one of them bitches can suck a man off in about 30 seconds. You never even see it coming, never even see her going. You smell her before you see her. That's the only warning you get. And from my experience, a man usually falls in love with women like that. And speaking of which, I gotta go pay my fucking child support. Fuck. Hey, watch where I'm going, bitch. I'm trying to drive here. Goddamn. Pissed in your Prozac, Princess PMS, for fuck's sake.
Gotta watch out for the dope whores. A mistake people not around here make quite a bit. They'll mess up and pick up a bottle of Advil or Aleve or you know, sinus medicine, and next thing you know, they'll do one of these. I gotta be careful doing it, but make sure the door's locked. I can see the security camera. They'll do one of these, and then the dope whores come running. That's their mating call. They'll come out of the fucking woodworks, squeeze in between fucking cracks you didn't even know you had in your house, looking for a disability check and some pain pills. Got to be careful. May get fucked up quick. Linda Benda did an update. Benda did an update. Did I get all these? What is this one? Oh, that's the one we already went through.
You need to keep my name out your mouth, telling everybody you hit me from the back, you ain't hit me from the front. That's how you know I'm not pregnant. Whatever, lies. Then you yelling something, my kids are bad. My kids ain't bad no more, just like I told you. And then you saying my sister kids bad too. No, Cash App not bad, cremation not bad, nor carnation. None of.
Dude, you're not gonna believe. Let me tell you a story. Bullshiffer was in campsite number 19. 19. We tried to get him 17 because it was a comm and he refused. Anyways, when they left campsite 19 and went on the road, a guy moved in. Somebody came up and dropped this guy off. He had a backpack and a tent, a little bitty one-person tent. Yeah, I mean, it's tiny, barely big enough to lay down in. You couldn't have no shit in there or you'd be laying on it. I couldn't even fit in it. I'm too big a guy. But this guy come there and he's just kind of strange. So like, I was mowing at the campground, and I saw him walk up the road, and he looked over at me and stopped and then started looking in the opposite direction. And then a group of people from the river came and walked up beside him, right? And when they walked up beside him, they stopped for a minute, I guess, to talk to him. Then they all went on, and I thought he went with that group, so I kept mowing. Well, I looked up again, and he didn't go with the group. He was still standing in that same spot staring dead at me. Okay, this older guy, white hair, really skinny. really frail, almost looks like he hasn't been eaten, like a prisoner of war or some shit. And he keeps going, over here, good, over here, good, over here, good. He's very repetitive, this guy. Over here, good, over here, good. And I'm like, yeah, man, go ahead. To his campsite, because I was mowing near it, which I never get near people's personal property. I won't get within like probably 15 feet when I'm mowing, because I don't want somebody to say I damaged their shit or ran over their shit. But I was just mowing on either side of his camping spot. So he repeated that probably 30 times. He went to his camp spot. Well, I went down and mowed some and turned around and came back. And then I started mowing near the river, which Bullshiver could tell you was probably like 40 feet from like where his tent was, 30 feet. And I mowed one strip down real close to the river and turned around and come back. Well, as soon as I did that, he got out of his tent and left again. And he went all the way across the campground, and I saw him sitting on a picnic table, I guess because I came and mowed again. And I thought, well, maybe he's like super allergic or hay fever or something, you know? Maybe he's super allergic to grass. So I keep mowing or whatever and doing my own thing away from him. I'm not anywhere near his campsite. And I happened to drive by once and look up, and he's over there like slapping himself in the face. He's going, like, not hard, he's going and talking to himself, which is always a good sign. And then about 20 minutes later, I'm on the other side of the campground mowing. He's like, my spot good, 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 my spot good. Thumbs up and finger guns. I'm like, yeah, your spot's good. You're good. You're good. You're good. But he's repeating himself so goddamn much, you can't even hear me. But finally, I just give him a thumbs up, and he goes back. So when I finish mowing for the day, I have to drive by his camp spot without the blades on. The lawnmower's turned all the way down into idle. I have to drive by his camp spot to kind of get out of where I'm at. And I drive by, and he's sitting on the picnic table. And I said, when I see him, I was like, hey, man, sorry about. And as soon as I said about, he's like, it's my fault. 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 If he said it once, he said it 50 times at least. And the whole time I was like, well, I'm sorry. Every time I would say, it's my fault. It's my fault. What I was going to say is like, I'm sorry if I got too close to your stuff. I was just trying to get around it. I'm not going to mow your spot. I'll just wait until you leave, and then I'll mow there. That's fine. Or if you need me to mow it, like one day when you're not there, whatever, just let me know. Whatever you need to do. And he kept going, it's my fault, 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 it's my fault. Like this crazy shit. So finally I was like, whoa, like this is next level. So I left. Well, then I went and talked to somebody that works at the campground, like an actual employee. I'm helping them catch up on their maintenance and shit like that, but an actual employee at the campground. And I went and talked to them, and I was like, hey, this guy's kind of like wigged me out or whatever. And they're like, have you ever seen him in the morning? And I'm like, what? And they're like, he gets up at sunrise, unzips his tent, and he's wearing nothing. He's wearing nothing but a set of swimming trunks, like short shorts, and he dances for an hour. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's kind of like a karate / dance / yoga. He does this dance for like an hour at sunrise. And if anybody comes over there, he stops until they go away, and then he starts over again. He stops until they come over, until they go away, and then he starts the whole thing over again. So I was like, well, maybe he's just kind of like a backward, because at first I thought he's probably a homeless guy with mental illness. He's trying to stay here on the cheap, which is fine for a little bit, but they're not going to let somebody just stay there for a while, especially if they're like homeless, don't have a job, blah, blah, blah. Because eventually it's going to come to like a money thing, right? They can't afford to stay, and you're going to try to stay there as long as they're going to squat, basically. But then I was thinking, well, maybe he's just kind of weird. I never saw him show his butthole to the sun, but perennial sunning. I haven't seen that yet. Well, then what got me interested in him again is Mariah said that he asked her, because she was working in the office one day, because he's been there for like, he's gone now, but he was there for like 3 or 4 days at this point. He asked Mariah if she could help find him a ride to Johnson City, which is the next big town over. That he needed to ride to Johnson City, he doesn't own a car, and that he needed to get some supplies to bring back. And so Mariah started looking for like the shuttle guys at the rafting place, blah, blah, is anybody giving him a ride to Johnson City? And someone offered to, but said it would be later. Well, Mariah told me that, and I didn't think nothing about it. And then I was walking past the bunkhouse, like the bathhouse, and the bathhouses are there, and then like a little apartment. I was walking by there because the garage that I work out of is down there. And he had his phone set up recording himself. And he was, I don't know if he's recording audio or video, but he was doing shit with his hands like this. And he was standing on one foot and he had the other foot like, he looked like a flamingo. You know, you stand on one foot and you put the other foot like a flamingo puts it like to their leg, like almost like they make a 4 with their legs. He was standing like that and he goes, "Greetings, fellow earthlings. Today is the 28th day of July." And he was like doing this weird dance and he says, "Greetings, fellow earthlings." Then he says, "I come to you again to let you know." So this motherfucker either has a podcast or a YouTube channel or something out there. And now I can't think about anything other than finding it. I think we got to find it. We got to figure out who he is. Because when Mariah finally found him a ride now he only wanted the ride to go pick up supplies and come back. He didn't have his tent packed up. He didn't have his backpack on him or nothing. When Mariah finally found him like a ride a couple hours after I saw him broadcasting to "Greetings, earthlings." Greetings, my earth. He didn't say fellow. He said, "Greetings, my earthlings." When Mariah finally found him a ride and went to look for him, someone's like, "Oh, he just left a few hours ago. He packed everything up and just walked out." And they're like, "He's paid for like a couple more days to stay." "What do you mean he walked out? He just needed a ride to get some supplies." They're like, "Nope. He packed everything up and left." So he left as mysteriously as he showed up. I wonder who he is. He's an older guy with white hair. He's real skinny. He's probably, let's see, I'm 6 foot. He is probably like 5'9" or 8. He's kind of a shorter guy. He's rail thin. Looks like a prisoner of war. And his hair is white, but it's got some blonde in it. Like it was blonde before. And then now it's turning white. Like he went from blonde to white. And I don't know. Somebody just dropped him off in a station wagon one day, and then a few days later he was gone. Gone. It's a mystery, guys. It's a mystery. Linda Benda does have an update for us while we're sitting here talking bullshit. Let's see what it is.
Hey guys, it's me, Linda, again. I wanted to make another video because apparently Jupiter is still in the custody of the police, not getting the help he needs. And I think until that happens, I'm going to continue to supply evidence.
Still not in custody. They broke the mold when they made old Chance. Uh-oh. Outside at night, meeting their cousin for sex. Ooh. That's not good.
Jupiter preying on people that he knew were below the age of consent. So here is one of the first videos that I'm going to show you guys. Have you ever thought about maybe
So he's still not being investigated. And she's going to start dumping evidence, she claims.
Here is one of the first videos that I'm going to show you guys. Have you ever thought about maybe becoming a star? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, what if you and I decided to make, if ever you and I got married and we decided to make our own videos, and we added them to different sites and they paid us a butt ton of money, would you?
No, I'm almost positive we're going to learn that he's talking to a minor here. If he's talking to an adult, this is like maybe a weird perversion, but I don't have any issue with it. But if he's talking to a minor, clearly there's all kinds of issues.
Consider doing it with me every time. For context, this is someone that Jupiter thought was from the ages of 14 to 15 years old. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He even said it to me multiple times. Like, the police can't do anything about it because from the ages of 14. For context, with me every time. For context, this is someone that Jupiter thought was from the ages of 14 to 15 years old.
Here's why you have to be really careful. I would advise, if you ever think you have any type of run-in with someone who could potentially be a Play-Doh person, a pedo person, leave it to law enforcement. Give it to law enforcement. Report them. Do that. I mean, if it's actively going on, you can beat the shit out of the guy, pull him off. I don't care in a video game. But, like, if you think, like, he might be texting or whatever, leave it to the police, because you got to be really, really careful. I know there's a lot of these pedo and predator exposing channels and blah, 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 and all that stuff. But a lot of times they mess up investigations as well. They mess up investigations. And imagine if you were posing as a 13, 14-year-old and you came and approached Jupiter, who's also a social media guy. He could literally have an alibi saying, I knew that these were adults and they were trying to get me to say some stupid shit, so I said some stupid shit. Prove I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
He knew what he was doing was wrong. He even said it to me multiple times. Like, the police can't do anything about it because they won't imprison someone that has mental issues. So he knew what he was doing was wrong. And I believe that if someone...
hiding behind mental issues. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he said they won't put me in prison because I have the mentality of like an 11-year-old or 12-year-old or whatever he said.
It does something that they know is wrong. They should be held accountable for their actions. And again, Jupiter is 25.
25. Sure, they could be, Bug Dude. Like, I think, obviously, people get pretty antsy when someone's out here and they feel like they're doing real-world harm actively. So, yeah, I understand that. But they could be building a case. Here's another video. I'm not sure which one we just watched because they both say part 1.
Have you ever thought about maybe becoming a star? Have you ever thought about if you and I decide married and we decide to pay us a butt ton of money? Would you consider doing it with me every time?
For context, this is someone that Jupiter thought was...
Oh, this might just be a shorter version
14 to 15
of part 1, so it does better.
He
maybe.
knew what he was doing was
the
wrong.
Intro part on it.
He even said it to me multiple times. Like,
someone said, good Lord, I just opened the app.
the police can't do anything about it because they won't imprison someone that has mental issues. So he knew what he was...
Could you imagine anybody else, a 25-year-old, asking what they believe is a 14-year-old, or let's just say a 14-year-old, hey, would you be interested in doing porn with me? Let's say we got married and they just offered us a bunch of money. We did porn and put it everywhere. Would you do that?
Doing was wrong. And I believe that if someone does something that they know is wrong, they should be held accountable for their actions.
So yeah, this seems like the same update.
Jupiter is 25.
But the reason you'll see the same videos and one of them be shorter than the other one is because the time limitations. So this one is over. This is a minute and a half. And it'll get shown to some audiences, but there's other audiences on TikTok that prefer 1 minute or less.
Have you ever thought about
this one will probably end up getting more views. Let's see what it says. Yeah, the shorter one has 357,000 views. The longer one has half of that, 165. That's crazy. So it seems like Linda Benda is dumping some evidence online, and we'll keep up with that. We'll keep an eye on it because that seems interesting to me. And Jupiter, they did search his house. From all the accounts we've heard, they searched his house, seized all his electronic devices. Okay? There are people out there that were claiming to be 14 and 15 and got him to text them and say weird shit to him. They seized all his devices. He was also kicked out of his house by his landlord, and now he's living with his dad and his brother. But his dad and brothers are both Play-Doh guys as well. So I'm not sure if that's the best place for him. Of that ghetto ratchet wannabe tough bitch mod. Oh, Yori, don't put yourself down. I think you're a good mod, Yori. All right, let's go over here. I want to share some stuff with you, but I got to find it first. Oh, we never checked on Scott. That'd be the last stop. Scott Wajos, I suppose.
Hey, what's going on?
This is a new account?
Suit on right now, baby.
This is called the Ultimate Ranger. How many new accounts are
There's
they?
a shout out for you. We do the man suit on right now, baby. Cindy, here's a shout out for you.
Baby.
We do this shout out when I get home, get cooled off, and do the Superman shout out. For now, it's just gonna have to do.
Gotta get home, get cooled off. This will have to do. I don't how the fuck does he like make a new account and within like a week he's got 3,000 followers on it and videos with 50,000.
What's up, you guys?
This isn't the main account. Let's go to the main account. By the way, again, he might be coming on the podcast. I hate to promise that, and then he backs out because you know how he is, but he might be coming on the podcast. None of these are playing. Why not? Have they changed the privacy on this one or something? They've done this shit to me before. Why is this main account not working? Damn it. Let me click on something else and see. I don't even know who this is. Oh, this is the guy who does a chat GPT.
What the fuck?
A lot of people. This is working. The fuck is going on?
Why y'all worry what the fuck I do? I'ma let y'all know when the fuck I'm through. Like,
oh, shit. Bull, did you see that?
why y'all worry what the fuck?
And then I can't get the original Scott Rogers clips to play right now, but that's fine. We'll move on to something else. I got to grab Shelly's stuff, but before we get there, a lot of people are upset about about Tyler Childers and his song that they all loved until there was two guys in the music video that fell in love, which I don't think is a horrible thing. I mean, every other video he's ever had has had straight people featured in it. It's not like, I mean, gay people exist, especially like in Appalachia. That's probably somewhere where they're afraid to come out, most of the time. I don't think it's that big a deal, but a lot of people were upset about it, as I'm sure I showed, and I'm sure that you've seen. Everybody's like, I'm never listening to him again. I'm never doing this. And now there's this other really cringy song. That came out, which I thought could possibly be the worst song on the internet. This is Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun. Neither one of them served in the military. Neither one of them had done anything especially amazing for like the United States. Tom McDonald is a Canadian. Adam Calhoun has, his brand. He's kind of outspoken. He's been to jail a couple times, but they really want to grift off this American flag portion. This country, I'm sure there's somebody in chat that likes this song. I just think it's weird that they could have done this without doing this patriot shit where they're like pretending to, like, they got body armor on and they're on a tank and they're on blah, blah, blah. That kind of bothers me. But here you go.
Under attack, they banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back.
It would be different if one of them had served in like the National Guard or the Army or something, but he's not even from fucking America. And then Adam Calhoun never served. He's never even been a cop or a first responder or anything. He's been in jail a couple times, and he's really outspoken on what he believes about it. I don't know. It's just weird seeing them play Army. I don't like that. If they would have like went to baseball games or shot off fireworks or ran around a town with American flags, I would probably be more forgiving about the song. But this is just weird. Seems like a grift to me. That's right. I'm LARPing. Every time we pull up, you're going to see American flags. This seems like hey, we can get all the right wing to fucking listen to our music because everybody likes American flags. We'll ride a tank around. It just seems weird to me.
American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it. We throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again. You a punk, you a clown, better know.
Imagine saying anybody who's ever offended can get it. We throwing hands. Like what? Because they're offended? Like you wouldn't just like try to tell them like your side or debate them maybe, or but you just go punch them?
Anybody
Anybody who's offended, come get it. We throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again? You a punk, you a clown. Better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle.
Anybody not trying to make America great again? You're a punk. You're a clown. You know where I stand. There it is. Thank you for the donation. Tom McDonald rocks. I don't think so, but thank you for your donation and statement.
Fingers in the air, dog. We don't give a what. 100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog. We think that you suck. My patriots.
We don't give a what. We think that you suck.
Craziest, they ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really want to taste of this, no safety tip. Just aim the stick and spray the clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they gon' go wacko. Automatic gun smoke like to.
I don't think anybody's out either regulating the flag. Like, I don't think there's people out here telling you can't fly the flag, or I don't know.
Never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them, there's these, that, those. I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem. Smack them, I don't give a damn, can't stand them. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. Run up in your mansion, leave it all abandoned. I was raised to be brave, to the grave, United States. We love the country that they've been corrupting. Go woke and go broker if you ain't awake.
To the grave. I was raised to be brave, to the grave, United States. Seems like, I don't know, it seems like I'm military adjacent employed.
My people of this country and we're under attack.
You're not under attack.
Us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flag.
So this is probably going to be the anthem of the Trump protests, just so you know, for the rest of summer and into probably next year.
American flags. American flags. And every time we
I agree, you don't have to serve to appreciate the military. The problem is they're riding a tank with all this military equipment in the background. They literally have military fighter jets flying over their heads while they do some type of Iwo Jima. We just won, waving the flag on top of a smoking tank. You don't get how that's like. It's almost like they're trying to align themselves that they are something to do with the military or military. I think so.
And every time we pull up, all you gonna see is American. Got that AKA all Draco, leave you stankin', break your ankles. I'm not hearing what you saying. Hit the pavement, now you seeing angels. It get dangerous, go against the Patriots. Got all the bangers. Take a look inside my closet. You gon' see way more than hangers, hammers like I do construction. Ammo, I'ma shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns? So we could just go do some hunting. You must not pay close attention. Government, they want division. Only treason if you lose. I guarantee we come out winning. Let my flag fly high like eagles. I would die for all my people. You can't change me with procedures. I'm about freedom, you about evil. Leave you hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers in cathedrals. Never have the safety on, and when we run out, we just reload. The people of this country.
Never have the safety on. When we run out, we just reload.
And we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us.
Okay. So there's like a lot of rhetoric in it. Blah blah blah. Make America great again. Violence. Why you think we have these guns for hunting? No, it's for killing you. If you disagree with us, okay. But anyways, this is not the point. For a while I thought, man, is this like could this potentially be like the worst song I've heard in a while? And then I said, no, life said, no, sir. No, sir. There is a much worse, much cringier song. No, sir. There is a much worse and much cringier song being released this week by a major artist. And I said, oh, no. So first of all, let's talk about the word progress. Now, I know that there's like progressivism, and progress being attached to progressive Democrats is one thing. But typically the word progress is good. I wouldn't say that anybody is against progress. We want to see progress in our country, progress in our economy, progress in our children, progress as we move forward, okay? Right? Progress is not a bad word. If you want to talk about like progressive Democrats and what they believe progress is, sure, you can argue that, but I'm sure you have some type of progress that you think of, right? Like you want your kids to grow up, you want your kids to be educated, you want them to go to college, maybe you want to fucking get a promotion at work. That's all progress. That's the word progress. And then this absolute fucking banger comes out of nowhere called Progress by John Rich, which is the one guy from the Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, Big and Rich. Here we go. Look out, he's the bandit.
There's a hole in this country where it's hard used to be.
Oh yeah, he's a Q-tard.
No glory is divided on fire in the street. They say building back better, make America great.
He's always been really Trump adjacent, but he's also posted about a bunch of Q-only conspiracies. That's the only way I can say it.
If that's a wave of the future, all I've got to say, stick your progress where the sun don't shine. Keep your big mess.
Stick your progress where the sun don't shine. Keep your big mess
away from me and mine.
Away from me and mine. Stick your progress in your asshole. I'm the bandit.
If you leave us alone, well, we'd all be just fine.
It's the beat. It is the music. It is everything about. And he is almost like it's like he's a mannequin. He cannot. First of all, I don't think he wanted to be outdone by Jason Aldean. Second of all, he cannot exhibit any emotion. Wait till it does a close up on his face.
Stick your progress where the sun don't shine.
Look at him. He doesn't have any emotion, and I've never seen a stiffer person in the world. Stick your progress where the sun don't shine.
They invite the whole world to come live in our land and leave our countrymen dying in Afghanistan. They say let go of Jesus, let government say you can have back your freedoms if you do what we say. Stick your
you can have back. His teeth are sticking out. You can have back your freedoms if you. It's like he's going to bite you if you do what we say. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. His teeth kind of look like snaggletooth. And I'm sure he gives a similar blowjob.
Where the sun don't shine, keep your big.
Are his eyes too? I think it's his eyes. Are his eyes too close together? Like serial killer vibes? Is it his eyes? He seems bitter about saying, yeah, that's what I said. When I first showed it to Mariah, I was like, it's like somebody made him sing this and he's mad about it. Like, I'll do it. But you get close to me, I'll bite your fucking finger off, okay? Like, why? And why is his eyes are too close together? He looks like he looks like some type of organism that's made to like claw through tunnels underground. Is it his eyes? I think they're too close. I don't know. It's like they're trying to be big buddies with his nose bridge there.
Keep your big mess away from me and mine. If you leave us alone, well, we'd all be just fine.
Yeah, he was born a Cyclops, and he just now got post-op. He just got out of the operation to give him two eyes.
Stick your progress where the sun don't
He's creepy.
shine.
There's something. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't scream, I'm going to make a jack-o'-lantern out of your scrotal tissue, hang it from my porch. There's something going on with him. I can't put my finger on it, but I wouldn't fall asleep around him, I tell you that much.
Shut down our pipelines and they shut down our voices. Shut down our main streets and they shut down our choices. They ran us all over, but it's all over now. 'Cause we figured it.
Is it the Fu Manchu or whatever they call it?
We ain't backing down.
Does he have
Stick your progress.
Someone kept saying that. I didn't even see it, but it says he gives the middle finger like 3 times in the video. I didn't even see it. I don't know. But someone just said that he's giving the middle finger. Did you guys see it? Where was it? Where he was giving the middle finger?
Down our pipelines and they shut down our voices. Shut down our main streets and they shut down our choices. They bent us all over, but it's all over now. 'Cause we figured it out. We ain't backing down. Stick your progress where the sun don't shine. Keep your big mess away from me and mine. If you leave us alone.
Does he? I mean, he looks like he would be the worst guy to ever speak to ever. You go up to him, he's like, "Hey man, what's up?" And he's like, not much. Heard we got a new bridge. Traffic's been bad. Well, I got to be at work at 2 a.m. See you tomorrow. Like it just doesn't seem like he has any fucking emotion or anything.
Well, we'd all be just fine. Stick your progress where the sun don't shine. Where the sun don't shine. Where the sun don't shine. Where the sun don't shine.
So that is Progress by John Rich. Now, it's been out for a while. I guess it's making the rounds because Jason Aldean, I think it's been out for like a year, but it's making the rounds because the Jason Aldean song. I've never fucking seen this. I wish I would have never seen it. I wish I would have never fucking seen it ever. Here's another one called I'm Offended. What's this?
Yeah. Okay, it's pretty
This is Derek
It's
Johnson-esque.
called I'm Offended. Yeah.
I can't believe you like the song.
Seems like these days, no matter what you say, someone's losing
what's up, Desert?
their ever-loving.
You're all right.
It's like they're looking for a
Have a good night.
reason to have their fragile feelings hurt every single time. My country truck, I gas it up. You got your fancy Tesla hooked up to a club. I know you're mad. You think I'm bad, 'cause I'm breathing free.
Like if you still have your vehicle and it uses fossil fuels, and like in Tennessee, we don't even have state inspections, man. You can have that motherfucker straight piped and the fuel turned all the way up, but put a goddamn blower on it and cut the seatbelts out of it if you want to. Why are you mad that other people are driving Teslas, I guess?
It lasts and you're still stuck behind your mask and I'm offended. You're offended. Let's all get offended tonight. How order us a beer, we can sit down right
Yeah, on Gutfield.
here, scream and yell.
Greg Gutfield. You say pussy pie?
I got a small dick, but wait till it get hard. She gon' be like, damn, shit, my God.
This is what's left after paying my real estate taxes. It's yours, Will. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Nassar Gassar will come and replace all that for you. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sit down right here, scream and yell and cuss and fuss and fight.
Oh, cuss and fuss and fight.
Now hang on just a minute. You can't amend the First Amendment. You're offended, I defend it.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that in Tennessee. There's no state inspection. You don't have to get certified. There's other states like that. Tennessee's not the only one. But like in North Carolina, you have vehicle inspections. We don't even have that.
All the time.
I will say this. Certain counties do, and I think it's like the county that Nashville's in and the county that Memphis is in. When you go get your tags, you have to have an inspection sticker, but no one else does.
So let's take another sip.
I think it's like 2 or 3 counties.
And let it rip, 'cause in the end you'll be left and I'll be right. And I'm offended. You're offended.
We're offended.
Let's all get offended
shouldn't.
We can sit down right here.
Okay. Anyways, let's talk about Shelly. Those are some cringy music videos I found. That one with MTG. Oh shit! That night I was making Bull so goddamn mad when I was like, so you know that MTG stands for Marjorie Taylor Greene, and MAGA, she's a VIP, which would be very important politician or person, and he kept trying to talk. God, that was fun. And why can't I torture him more often? Mariah would probably appreciate it too. I wouldn't bring so much torture home. Anyways, let's talk about Shelly. So I'll probably have to grab this from over here. Let me see if I can find it. There's a Madison Marquette post. What's that one say? Madison Marquette says Jim Caviezel was not poisoned, just like the people who were speaking out at Clay Clark's events. You know who was poisoned was the people who attended Sound of Freedom. We are already seeing posts of people who have gotten sick from attending. People played right into their witchcraft scheme. Same with the people who attended Clay Clark's events. In fact, I met a lady the same day who went to Clay Clark's events. Her friend sent a message a few months later and told me that the lady died. So these celebrities saying they are being poisoned are just controlling the narrative. And remember, they have to tell you what they are doing. They have to tell you what they're doing. That's part of the witch's code. Jim Caviezel or Caviezel stole that from someone on here. Can't remember who it was, or I would give credit. Is just telling you exactly what they are doing. Is Jim Caviezel claiming that he was poisoned? Because that could be a whole new rabbit hole I haven't even seen. She fucking hates Jim. The part of the witchcraft pact they make with Satan, Bob Seger and Steppenwolf. That's right. Thank you very much, Skyman. I like Bob Seger. Steppenwolf's all right. I just don't know a lot of Steppenwolf, I guess. I know a lot of Bob Seger. My dad's a big fan of Bob Seger. Claims CIA will have to kill him. What is this? Holy fuck. Jim Caviezel claims CIA will have to kill him if they want him to stop exposing child trafficking. Okay, I don't think anybody's trying to get you to stop. So you're probably good. Recalls being struck on by lightning. He was struck by lightning while playing Jesus twice. Probably because God didn't like him, but they want to blame it on the devil. Yeah, I don't see any reputable sources say it's probably a Telegram thing. Anyways, back to Shelly. Meadowview Valley Motocross. All right, let's scroll up because she goes kind of crazy here in a second. We listened to the recordings of the 911 calls, right, for negative 48. God damn, there's a bunch of it. We're going on up. Okay, I think we're close. Yes. Okay. It says, Madison Marquette says, Grand Rising Beautiful Souls, who here has heard the term gang stalking? If not, are you interested in learning more? So she's going to start talking about gang stalking. But then we get to Shelly from the Remnant Room. So this says Roger Dykes. Now, that's the top of this text message. And we know Roger Dykes is the guy who made the 911 call, Roger Dykes. And he owns Meadowview Valley Motocross or whatever it's called. Meadow Valley Motocross. And it says, message sent on 8-1, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Would you like your number to be given? Would you like your number given to 100,000 people, or do you want to talk to me? I just need answers, and you are the only one who has them. So apparently she has been texting him for a while because she in all caps says message sent on 8-1. So on July 1st. Now today's just the 2nd. Today's just the 2nd. So it's not like he ignored her for days. I'm sorry, August 1st. Today's just August 2nd. Mariah's birthday's this month. Then she threatens him by saying, would you like your number to be given to 100,000 people, her following? Or do you want to talk to me? I just need answers, and you are the only one who has them. Roger responds to her, which is probably a mistake. I would have just played like it wasn't my number the whole time. And it says, Roger says, I have no answers. I have no affiliations with anybody involved. Please don't involve me in this. That's not good enough. We should have known that's not good enough, right? That's never good enough. It says, Roger, I need you to answer my questions. You moved his body, so you moved his bike. Where did you move it to, and where did it go from there? Kelly was the only one with him, period. So it's a simple answer. I think she's, you know how some people play good cop, bad cop? I think Shelly's playing crazy psychotic bitch who has nothing to do with this. You know, she's good at it too. That's why her local church members wouldn't even talk to her when she come home. They invited her mom to some type of church potluck and didn't invite Shelly. Then it says, and where did it go from there? Kelly was the only one with him, period. So it's a simple answer. You are involved. Does brake cables or invisible wire mean anything to you? You are involved. Does brake cables or invisible wire mean anything to you? Now listen, if this is a bike that's been made in the last 10 years, it's got hydraulic brakes on it. It's got hydraulic brakes. There's a little master cylinder and everything, little master cylinder, little slave cylinder. And what the fuck does she mean invisible wire? Is this one of those things where they stretch an invisible wire across the trail about neck height and wait for you to decapitate yourself? The fuck? Invisible wire? So he responds like a normal human and says, this is pure harassment. I will be turning this into the authorities. Please don't contact me again. Right? So that's a very reasonable response for this person screaming, you are involved. I need to know these answers. This is part of you. You're part of this. You moved his body. The guy had somebody die after coming to his. I'm sure he's upset about it too, right? So this is harassment. So he says, this is pure harassment. I will be turning this into the authorities. Please don't contact me again. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you think Shelly complied and said, you know what? I'm not going to contact him anymore because this is harassment. And I feel like I've already went too far. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she continued. 1 in the chat if you think she's like, yep, you got me right. 2 in the chat if you think she continued in her tirade. There's 2 middle fingers somehow. You would be right. You would be right. Even RJ's voting over there on Rumble. Thank you. I can see Rumble chat, and I do pay attention to Rumble chat. That one dude the other day was all fucking pissy about it. Fuck him. I don't want to read his chat. I was not reading them on purpose by that time. Anyways, she responds immediately. Now, this Roger Dice guy is a completely normal human. So one of the skills he does not have, because he's not in the QAnon crazy cult, he's not a follower of Negative 48, he's not one of these fucking Telegram retards. He's a completely normal human. I looked him up. Doesn't even seem, I mean, he's even a Trump supporter, but he's not a crazy QAnon conspiracy theorist guy. So one of the skills he would not have is gematria. So she says, gematria reveals the truth. Gematria 74, Jesus 74. Report me. I'm working for God and he has my back. So that was good. That was a good one, right? That seems completely level-headed. Let's see if I can pull these up where you can see them over here without having to do that. Okay. So here's the first one I read to you. Message in on 81. Would you like your number given to 100,000 people, or do you want to talk to me? I just need answers. Again, this is a threat. This is harassment and a threat. Okay. He says, I have no answers. I have no affiliations with anybody involved. Please don't involve me in this. I need you to answer my questions. You moved his bodies. Where did you move his bike? Where did you move it to? And where did it go from there? Kelly was the only one with him, period. So it's a simple answer. So that was the first text message. But of course, it always gets more unhinged. Then we get this one. You are involved. Does brake cables or invisible wire mean anything to you? This is pure harassment. I'll be turning this in to the authorities. Please don't contact me. Imagine what went through this man's head when he's like, please don't contact me again. This is harassment. I'm telling the police. You're harassing me. Okay? And he gets back. Gematria reveals truth. Gematria equals 74. Jesus equals 74. Report me. I'm working for God. He has my back. Imagine. What is he thinking? What is he thinking? What would go through your mind if you had never listened to me and had nothing to do with gematria and had no idea what gematria is, and then someone starts texting and he's like, JFK Jr. equals 134, Donald Trump equals 134, I'm coming for you, bitch, equals 134. What would you do? There's no way out. So then she actually pulled an arrest record for Michael Brian Protzman, and it shows that he had been convicted of carjacking. Now, I knew this, but it was so old, like I never brought it up. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was one of the first people to reveal his actual identity. Even before the news broke it, we found him and his son on stream for Negative 48. We were able to figure out who they were even before the news broke it. And I ran a little like been verified thing, and he had been convicted twice of like carjacking, stealing cars. Not carjacking, not with a person in it, like auto theft, I guess. When nobody was there, he'd been stealing cars. So she runs it and says, the bad Michael Brian Protzman, MVP, the bad one, had a rap sheet and a history of stealing automobiles, plus a felony of imprisonment. So we get this. Let me grab it for you guys. And it says, August 1st, 2019. Now, this unlawful imprisonment is what the mainstream media, I enjoyed the show tonight, equals Will Rock. Thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. So, this one right here is what the mainstream media reported, this unlawful imprisonment on August 1st, 2019. I'm pretty sure that is when him and his wife were getting the divorce and all that stuff, right? He kind of lost his mind before this. His wife said he was crazy and obsessed with numbers and thought Trump was talking to him, all this crazy shit. But they had a domestic, and apparently he wouldn't let her leave the house, which turns out to be unlawful imprisonment. Then there's an old auto theft charge in Stevens, Washington, and then tampering with evidence, maybe. Tam v. WAP. Clothes cannot be determined, blah, blah, blah. Personal details, physical appearance, auto theft, criminal charge. It's from 1982. Okay, that's why I didn't bring it up. It's 1982. Michael B. Protzman. But they don't think that this is him. That's why she said the bad Michael Brian Protzman, the bad MVP, had a rap sheet and a history of stealing automobiles, plus a felony of imprisonment. The bad one. They don't think this is him. He is the good one. He's the good one. Keep your powder dry and your nose sniffling. Then she says, finally, the police report leaves a lot to be desired, not stopping till my question gets answered. Now I'm going to read you the police report, okay? So the police report says, Wabash County Sheriff's Office, page 101, incident report. Incident number 2023, 2023, 000002123. Incidents, dates, and times. It happened on 6/23 at 10:44 is when the report was made at 10:44 a.m. And it was completed on 6/23 at 12:09. That's what the completed date and time. Same day. It took a couple hours, basically. Well, less than an hour and a half or so. Hour and 20 minutes. Incident location, Highway 60, Lake City, Minnesota, 55041, Wabash County. It says offenses. IBR, offense description, Senate statute description. It says 9808, sick, cared for, medical, mental, Washington County Sheriff's Office, see comment field. So this is basically like they got to call if somebody was injured, right? Sick and cared for. And it could be medical or mental or whatever, but this one is obviously medical. Subjects involved is blank. Vehicle is blank. Property. And it says it's blank. And it says synopsis. Male party located in dirt bike accident. Male party located in dirt bike accident. Breathing but not responsive. OPS 4. OPS 4. It says Lake City Ambulance, Lake City Fire Department, and 514 assisted with the landing zone. Then we get the actual statement. So it says Wabash County Sheriff's Office field report. I responded to Meadow Valley Motocross track for a male who had crashed his bike and was unconscious but breathing. When I arrived, the male was still knocked out but still breathing. After a short time, Lake City Ambulance arrived on scene and took the patient. Mayo 1, which was the helo en route, Mayo 1 was requested and landed and then transported the victim. I cleared the call. That's it. That's the whole fucking report. Okay? That's the whole report. The whole goddamn thing. That's it. The whole report. Because it was a motorcycle accident, and what was probably happening is he had pretty extreme, like a brain injury. Because I remember when he was first in the hospital, they said that he had pressure building up on his brain, like a brain bleed, and it was building pressure, and he was basically on life support. He was still unconscious, and this was like 3 days after the accident. So he probably had a pretty bad brain injury, not enough to make him stop breathing, like to end his brain, where he wasn't getting a signal to breathe, but enough to where he wasn't coming back conscious. Then she starts running gematria. Each bike brake cable wires cut 222. Back bike brake cable wires cut 222. Charlie F and Kelly fix brakes 222. Are you shitting me? Are you guys reading this? Those are all 222, which means they're all the same. MBP bike brake cable was cut Q 222. Oh shit. Bam dirt bike accident false flag 222. I don't know. Bam, I guess, is like the sound it would make when he crashed. Bam! Dirt bike accident false flag 222. Faked accidents, lies revealed. 222. 222. Then she shares a screenshot from the sheriff's office. This is Wabash County Sheriff Rodney L. Bartsch. And he gives his address and phone number to contact him and an email. And it says Wabash County Sheriff Robert Bartsch was elected to his position in 2002. Sheriff Bartsch started in law enforcement in 1987. It's 2 years before I was born. And has spent all of his career working with Wabash County Sheriff. Sheriff Bartsch resides in Plainview area with his wife, Denise. Denise and Rodney have 2 children, Brandon and Ashley, who reside in the area with their families. Denise and Rodney have 5 grandchildren. Then she goes back to gematria. Debbie T. Davidson works for Charlie Freak, 357. Debbie Turner was sent by Charlie Freak Q, 365. How many days in a year? 365. Debbie Turner is a distraction, Shelley. 365. Oh, which is it? Is Debbie Turner was sent by Charlie Freak Q, or Debbie Turner is a distraction, Shelley? They're both 365. Damn, that's scary. Debbie J. Davidson is a snake in disguise. 320. 320. That's almost 420. You know what I'm saying? Deborah J. Davidson has been taken out by Q. 357. That's the same as Debbie T. Davidson works for Charlie Freak. Now, she had to spell it really fucked up. Debbie J. Davidson is, no, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. Debbie J. Davidson has been taken out Q. 357. These things just keep coming up. Honeybee, a.k.a. Debbie Turner, bad. 222. You see how all this is lining up? You see how all that, yeah, Charlie Freak doesn't like Native 48 because Native 48 is kind of, he calls him like a scam artist, flim flam, which they both are. But like that's why they think that Charlie Freak tried to kill him. Honeybee, a.k.a. Debbie Turner, bad, 222. That is miraculous. She then shares this picture. So this is the person who did it. This is the person she believes was involved. This is Shelly Molinax, by the way. The people who her friends and mother and church wouldn't even talk to her when she went back home. So this is the perpetrator right here. This is the brake line cutter right in the middle. You see her? You see her? That's her. Look at her. Get a good look at her. She will cut your hydraulic brake cables in a heartbeat. Jesus. That's her that did it. She's an incredibly old lady. There are other pictures of her. I'll show you the other pictures. Hold on. So that's her. That's the one we were just looking at. Honeybee Mimi. I Love God and USA. Where we go one, we go all. She's definitely guilty. I can tell from here. There she is with her husband. And look, his head doesn't look like it's sitting right on his shoulder. She probably already cut his head off with a visible wire. See that? You see that? It doesn't even match his skin tone. Yeah, she cut that guy's head off already and then celebrated it with a dinner. And we get this beaut. Her with wind-tossed hair. Oh, and don't forget the last one. You think this lady was running around a motocross park cutting brake lines? I mean, to be fair, if the grannies started taking over and doing some shady shit, nobody would expect them. Nobody would expect them. They'd be sneaking around doing all kinds of shit, cutting your brake lines, whatever. Then we get this. Code red, we have a witches coven in the RR. 357. Now, we already saw it 357 earlier. Right here. Deborah J. Davidson has been taken out by Q. 357. And Debbie T. Davidson works for Charlie Freak. 357. So now we know that has witches covens in RR. Has witches covens in RR. Code red. Code red, we have witches covens in the RR, which is her room. 357, her telegram room. Kelly's Bad B Witches Coven is in the RR. 369. Damn, she fine. Wants to sock it to me one more time. Get low. Get low, get low. To the window. Chat, that's your part. That's your part. I don't know why anybody didn't. Nobody did it. 369. Damn, you fine. Hoping she can sock it to me one more time. Get low. Get low, get low, get low. To the window. To the walls. Did a sweat drop down my balls. Anyway, Shelly wouldn't know that. Deborah Jeanette Turner. So she found her. She's 61. This woman was born in 1962. And apparently, she's a brake line cutter. The brake line cutter. Original bad honeybee we never met. A magic show of epic proportions. Switched out. Actors in play. Holy cow. So this is the original Bad Honeybee. Switched out. Actors in play. Are you kidding me? Actors in... Do you see how this is like a spiral? A mental health breakdown? Yeah. Imagine. I guarantee you she screenshot all of these and has texted to the guy who owns the fucking motocross park. Deborah Turner, real estate. God damn it. Does she work with the CHAG? Real estate agent. Salesperson at Crylike Realtors. Crylike, I think's the way I've heard it said. Pea Ridge, Arkansas. Okay. Is she with the CHAG? Oh no, we're back. Hi, Roger. I am needed help. Oh my God. What a way to start it. Hi, Roger. I am needed help. Hello? Are you there? Hi, Roger. I am needed help. I need to find out about a dear friend. I was told that he had a serious accident at your facility, Meadow Valley. I am trying to put the pieces together. Can you please help me? Now, this is a lie, obviously. This is a lie. She shouldn't get any information from saying my dear friend. This could be me doing it to fucking go find his grave and dance on it because I'm glad he's dead in a video game. Fuck him. He got what was coming to him. And he didn't get to take his harem with him. Hi, I am needed help. And he responds, what do you need to know? The family will release a statement. I'm in no position to tell you anything. And that's exactly right. This guy could get in so much fucking trouble for like spreading out information like this. And at least it's frowned upon, right? I need to know anything you could tell me. Did the accident happen? Please. Did the accident happen? Please. Now, here's where he fucks up. He gave her any information. So now she thinks she's got him. And, you know what I'm saying? She thinks that he did this. He doesn't know that, but still. He should have never gave her any information. He says, yes, it was a real motocross accident. He had a super bad crash, yes, and it's all real. That's all I can tell you. Did you call 911 and did they respond? Yes, we've heard the calls. Yes. You could call the local sheriff's department for more information. Again, trying to get her the fuck away from him. Whose bike was he using? Don't know. That's all the info I have. Who was with him? That's all the info I have. He's trying to be nice here, guys. I have reasons to believe someone intentionally caused this accident. I was told they took care of him. I need to talk to the investigators who came to the scene. Do you have that information? The Wabash County Sheriff's Department is who to call. I have no other info. This is going to get bad. The number of the Sheriff's Department, and she gives it out. Thank you. You're welcome. Why haven't you released a statement? Why is there nothing on your page? Do you know Kelly Airholtz? Kelly Airholtz? Do you? Do you even know her? She was the only one with him. She was the only one with him. Kelly. Kelly. Please tell me who has the bike. I don't know any details. You will have to contact someone else. Please stop messaging me. I don't have any of the details you're looking for. So I would assume if there was no foul play, the bike probably got scrapped and someone came and picked it up, like a tow company or whatever, a scrap, something, and it's probably just sitting in a lot somewhere with a tarp over it. I don't have any of the details. You will have to contact someone else. Please stop messaging me. I don't have any of the details you're looking for. I'm just trying to make sense of this. It makes no sense that he was there. Why does it not make sense that he was there? He can't go riding motocross at a park. This sounds like something you just jump on and do, like jet skis or something. Well, we can't do jet skis in Tennessee, so something you might do is go rent a bike and go ride it around some trails or whatever, especially if you like rode when you were younger, or maybe you've rode a street bike for a long time but not been on a dirt bike or whatever. Were you there at the time it happened? I want to know where the bike is. I have no information. Call the local sheriff's office. They were on the scene. They will have all the info you're looking for. I got the copy of the 911 recording. Your place opens at 10 a.m. and the 911 came in at 10:46. Please stop texting me. I don't have any information. I have gotten everything they have, and it tells me nothing. Where is the bike? You made the call into 911. I want to know how did you know he wrecked? Especially if it was on the back side of the track. I want to know where the bike is and your connection to Carrie Airholtz. Kelly, I said Carrie. Kelly Airholtz. I need answers. I have hundreds of people that are upset and need answers. I need you to cooperate with me. This doesn't sound like a crazy person at all. He was part of a truth movement called Q. He had over 100,000 followers, and we are left with no answers, and I am not going to stop until we get them. We are all calling the sheriff's department. I have not given your number, but they have the number to the MX Motocross. I need you to help me with details. Knowing where the wrecked bike is a simple question to answer. I know he didn't have a bike, so it had to come from you or Kelly. I know nothing about the bike. You're asking the wrong person. I don't loan people bikes. You had to get the bike off the track. You know who it went with. I am not a dumbass. Please don't treat me like I am. Ooh, Shelly, I need a bump. $8.99. Thank you. I never touched the bike and have no affiliation with anyone involved, so please leave me out of it. Call the sheriff's office and read the report. Meadow Valley removed the bike, and that is you. The only other person he was with was Kelly Airholtz. I know she didn't move it. Stop it with the bullshit. Ooh, we're stepping up the aggression. This is going to end well. I'm going to be more aggressive. I'm going to be more aggressive when I message him. Stop with the bullshit, all right? Who does this? Who would possibly do this? It's getting good, Shelly Mullinax. I have no involvement in anything to do with said bike. I never seen the bike after the incident. Please quit contacting me. I have no involvement. Read the report. Roger, I'm telling you right now as the owner, you are sounding pretty ignorant. Like she knows what it's like owning a motocross park. Roger, I'm telling you right now as the owner, you are sounding pretty ignorant. You or your work staff removed it. I'm not stupid. Yeah, this is the third time she said that already. Mullinax. Not ball and sacks. I'm not stupid. You still haven't answered the question. How were you notified of the accident on the backside of the track and watched a man unconscious for 3 to 4 minutes? How is that possible? And why move him? He could have had a broken neck, etc., correct? Is it normal for you to move an unconscious rider? So generally, if someone has a head or neck injury, you don't want to move them. But that's not a hard rule. We don't just not move them and let them die on the ground. Don't you think that medical professionals should move them? An ambulance responded and moved him to the site. I'm not stupid. How often does people die at your place? How often does people come there to die? I wish she would have texted the wrong number and the guy would have been like, oh yeah, we got him. We took care of him. You think he's part of your little truth group? We silenced the movement. What's next, you stupid bitch? Why don't you come ride one of our bikes? Why don't you come take a ride on Daddy Meadow Valley, huh? Why don't you come do that? You are very misinformed. Please quit contacting me. I'm done responding to you. I need answers, and you are involved in foul play, guaranteed. She's already made sure that he is the prime suspect. I need answers, and you are involved in foul play, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Your unwillingness to answer a simple question about the bike makes you number one suspect in my book. I won't stop until I get the truth out. All of it. Remember me. Until I get the truth of it all. I'm sorry. I won't stop until I get the truth of it all. Remember me. Then she starts with the gematria. Shelly, 81. Problem, 81. Shelly does have a problem. That's actually really good. That's actually really good. It's a good so sometimes gematria can do really well, I guess. That's right, Jim. This is wild, dude. Wild. Who the fuck does this? These people contend that they're just all we're doing is waiting and looking for answers. You know, we just, we don't try to convert nobody. We're just waiting. We're allowed to believe what we want. You're not allowed to attack a guy that just owns a place where someone else died at. Come the fuck on. Jim does gematria, new segment. I would like for people to do, I would love for people to do like silly field reports. Like in weather or like in Florida, like no Florida man sighted yet. I'll report back. And like I always wanted to do that, but I could never get anybody to do one. I need answers, and you are involved in foul play, guaranteed. Your unwillingness to answer a simple question about the bike makes you the number one suspect in my book. 3 exclamation points. I won't stop until I get truth of it all. Remember me, Shelly 81, Problem 81, message sent on 8-1. That's why she put 8-1. Shelly is 81, Problem's 81, message sent on 8-1. There you go.
Threadflage Queen Cheered X666.
Oh no.
For reference, this is how hairy my butt is right now.
Pancakes! Sorry, I may have drowned that one out a little bit. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. That was from Threadflage Quinn. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to the name. Threadflage Quinn. This lady's so fucking crazy, dude. So crazy. Who the fuck does this? What are the stages of grief? Let's see what stage she's in. There's bargaining. There's denial. So she's probably in denial, anger, I would guess. So the 5 stages of grief are denial. Denial is the first stage of grief experience. What is your first response when you hear the news that someone died? It's most likely disbelief. You can't seem to properly face the reality of the situation, especially if death is sudden or you just talked to that person yesterday. The denial stage is an attempt to absorb and understand the news. It is a common defense mechanism in the grief process to survive the pain. It is a stage where you take the time to adjust to the new reality. This is a time when you question yourself on how to go forward through life without the person's presence. Anger. A common response when someone dies is anger. The stage of grief can last for days, weeks, or even months. This stage may also involve feelings of frustration, anxiety, loneliness, and uncertainty. In the anger stage, you find yourself blaming the doctors, the caregivers, God, or even yourself. There is something you could have done to avoid the death of your loved one. There are many questions that cross your mind, like, why is this happening to you? You feel anger rise, and you ask more questions. There's more emotion in the new reality to process that you use anger to avoid and confront the situation. When you feel angry, try to seek help from friends and other family members. Remember that you do not grieve alone. Other people in your life are experiencing pain too. That is the time to be there for each other, a time that you can deal with your anger issues. I can't read the rest of them. Bargaining, depression, acceptance. Those are the last three. Bargaining, depression, acceptance. I can't read the rest of them. That's where we got that message from, where she stopped at when I read the other one earlier. So Shelley's 81, problem 81. Greek. Let's do gematria. Let's see what else is 81. Gematrianator. Oh, I did that wrong. Damn it, give me the other words is what I'm looking for, you assholes. Yeah, I'm still not over my shit. I don't know. I can feel myself getting upset reading it. I still gotta drive home at some point. Oh, there it is. Let's do... All right, we got Shelley, 81, right? We want it in simple, 81. Hold on. Oh, I want to view the rude words too, of course. I have to skip through the I guess it does it by Jewish first. Let me skip through the pages. And there's a bunch of 81s for Jewish. Damn it, give me the Why won't it give me the simple ones? Oh my God. I'm getting pissed off now. Oh, here it is. I should have did this. Simple gematria. I'm an idiot. In simple gematria. Okay. Equals 81. Okay, simple. Yukana is 81. My kids 81. Oh, I need to click view rude words. Hold on. Right? Did that work? Okay. Is rude words still checked? Yes, it is. Okay. That works. I had to refresh it. O'Connon, my kids, we already did that one. Next page. I wish this calculator won't sort it by simple, but I'm scrolling. Playoff. A playoff is one. Look out. Galleys. Adolphi, like Adolf Hitler. Adolphi Shelley. Eyeballs, 81. Merclay, Mirclay, Merclay, 81. I don't know what the fuck that is, but miracle, spelled with a Myrical. Miracle, spelled with a Y. Play off, 2 words. Play off. Henry K. Shymek, S-H-Y-M-E-K, Shymek. Nymph, N-Y-M-P-H-E, Nymph, 81. Brenda K, 81. Yeah, Brenda K's involved too. Crazy bastards. You thought I wouldn't get to the bottom of this? I got a fucking gematria calculator. I don't have to know how to use it, but I got it. Fuckers. Henry K, spelled with 2 words. Amberley, A-M-B-E-R-L-E-Y, Amberley. Another one. B. Maldre. It's B, the letter B, M, A-L-Y-A-D-R-E. B. Maldre, 81. Ooh, that's a good one. I have to remember that they're probably involved too. Gray Lamb, G-R-E-Y-L-A-M. Gray Lamb. A good one. Sorry, there's a bunch of them. Honey, H-O-N-N-E-Y, 81. She had me still for the doty, 1427. That's right. I don't understand how you do them so quick in your head, Jim. Crazy. You got a calculator over there? Working it out on an old pencil and paper, huh? None of these make any fucking sense. I don't understand why they do gematria. Brand new. Nuclear. Almantus. Marauder. Aphrodon. Arsenio. Bitgert. Davin. Wingman. December God. I am two. Legions, for we are many. Shovel. Shelly did it. Shelly had a shovel. She did it. She hit him with a shovel. She jumped out from behind the tree, hit him with a shovel. Spiffy. Diseases. Q, 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 ASDF, 81. To be clear, Jervis. Jervis is 81. It's spelled like this, G-E-R-V-A-I-S. That's Jervis, right? G-E-R-V-A-I-S. Is that Jervis? Jervis is 81? Hell, maybe I did it. Oh, my God. I need Shelly's phone number. Can we convince Shelly I did it? Washing, Borealis, Permits, Wild Man, Wire Card, Anon Up, like Cowboy Up, doTERRA, the MLM, Fish, that's the MLM Essentials, I think. Fishnet, 81, Hideous, It's Magic, Migros, Not Again, Amarillo, Angel War, Callus, Epfangen, Glimpse, Happy Face, Hosier, Officers, Warts, Angel 9, Harmonic, Penina, P-E-N-I-N-A-H, Penina, Dorset, Catherine, The Evil, Try Me, IGAACCDOTR, Macro Hard, Senses Superb, all 81s, okay? So it's hard to get to the bottom of this, but we're getting there. I need Shelly's phone. Manatee, 81. Then this is the one. I have no answers. Roger, I need you to answer. That's the one I just read to you guys. Gematria. Gematria equals 74. Jesus equals 74. Report me. I'm working for God. He has my back. And that's when she talks about, like, he has these records, police report we read. She's posting these over in her rooms. And it says, Diane, please try to understand that the questions do not meet the standard of harassment. There is nothing degrading, threatening, or offensive about this text. Nothing can't piss off something. And good people with nothing to hide will always step up to the plate. If this was someone you cared about, you telling me you wouldn't ask questions, see, that's what I thought. That's what is wrong with the society today. What if the Q team had took the same approach as you? We'd be nuclear ash. Go on RR and look at the messages she sent Roger at that motocross harassment. I swear she in dangling on the edge. Really sad. I missed the one in the very bottom debt today. I'm sure he's blocked her by now. State law defines harassment as behavior that bother, threaten, intimidate, alarm, or place people in fear for their sake. Bother. Harassment is unwelcome, uninvited behavior that degrades, threatens, or offends the victim, or creating a hostile environment. So she's like, it's not hostile, so that doesn't, nothing's hostile, so that's not it. It's not threatening or offensive. It says bother. That bothers them or offends them. That's definitely harassment, you dumb bitch. It's not even filled out properly with no name and no date of birth, etc. It's BS. They are involved. This is the police report. They are involved with it all. A false report. Auto theft? I wonder if that's the connection with Tammy. Just saying, y'all. It's his track, and he was the one that called the police, but yet can't answer anything and has no information. I call BS on that, too. Covering up what you actually did happen. What actually did happen. Sheriff Rodney Barch covering up MVP bike crash Q equals 474. There it is. That 411 on the streets. Oh, I'm sorry. She's checking in there 222 for a reduction value. The 411 on the streets. This ain't their first rodeo. Lord forgive me, but I'm pissed. For a reason, the reason for the empathy post is relating to empathy to two men dead in this movement, and nobody gives a shit. And going on like nothing has happened. Protsmanians specifically, that's what they call themselves, Protsmanians. Protsmanians specifically. But with hardly any responses to the Moabs I've been dropping today, seems the bug is catching. You pieces of shit, you've got the bug. No wonder Positive said he was done talking. If you ain't got the passion, now you ain't gonna get it. Meadow View Valley Motocross, and Motocross is circled. There's 25 miles of trails here, by the way. The other person that died, I don't know. They had something else going on that was that it was just a follower, I think, that died. So there you go. That's how we end it. 25 miles. We can go to her room. Shelly is on everyone. Hallelujah. Where we go one, we go all. Hallelujah. Amen. Get them, Shelly. Someone flew in on a chopper. 266. I'm sorry, 122 in reduction. 266 full. Somebody flew out on a chopper. 122 in reduction. There you go. 311. Let's finish this. It took 1:25:07 from the accident to the end of the report, y'all. 1 hour, 25 minutes, 7 seconds. It's 275. Reduction 113. Reverse 277. Reverse reduction 133. 3 words, 18 letters. 85 minutes, 7 seconds, 272. Reduction 148. Reverse 290. Reverse reduction 173. 2 words, 14 letters. 1 hour, 25 minutes, 27 seconds. 490. Reduction 166. Reverse 482. Reverse reduction 185. 7 words, 36 letters. 1.25.7 equals 111. Reduction 57. Reverse 117. Reverse reduction 63. 2 words, 6 letters. 1.25.7. 326. Reduction 110. Reverse 322. Reverse reduction 115. 6 words, 24 letters. It's biblical, y'all. I would say it's biblical. Here's our new little friend, Tweety. It says, my new little friend, Tweety. Awesome. Uh-oh. Tweety's got a friend. And friend Tulip, Tweety and Tulip. Look at that. While I'm not doing this, I'm cussing another grown-ass man for someone dying at his motorsports park. That's good. Come on, Tweet Lip. I hope they stick to that where we go one, we go all, and they put one of them at the bottom of the ocean. The rest of them just fucking follow. That's what I hope. 1 equals God, 2 equals 2 male and female, 5 Grace, 7 Perfection, 125 Robert Hart, 125 John Kennedy, 7 Perfection. It's biblical, y'all. Let's roll. Let's roll. Something big is about to drop. Today's 5-year delta. That was 5 years ago, and they still think something's happening. A 5-year delta is what we're waiting on now. FISA, 20 in brackets, public disclosure, impossible to defend, illegal, RE:MSM.
Look, here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Thank you very much for the Alex Jones is retarded. It says, never interfere with an enemy while he's in the process of destroying himself. Q. Another 5-year delta for today. White House Grandpa. What does the phrase red tape mean? Red tape is an official routine or procedure that is overly complex, resulting in delays, bureaucratic inaction. It is also known as enterprisers. Which demonstrate how people across the country are dealing with or not dealing with such problems as unemployment, the budget, deficit, and government red tape. Then she found some red crime scene tape, which is often not red, but you can find it. You can find it in all kinds of colors, I would assume. 911 call, question mark. Where's the 911 call? Who's the second paddle boarder? Why did the police leave sections of the report blank? Why has the story changed multiple times? You don't actually think we're going to forget about this, do you? This is Cat Turd over on Twitter. But he's talking about the chef that died at the Obama's estate while they were out of the country. Forever, I guess. A 9/11 red tape. 81. That's crazy. Problem 81. It's Sam 81. Sam versus MVM equals 81. Wabash 55. JFK Jr. 55. Boss 55. The report is lacking so much information. What the heck? What kind of operation is taking? This is back to the police department. So she requested the report, and then she responds back to them when they send it to her and says, the report is lacking so much information. What the heck? What kind of operation is taking place up there? With the 911 recording and this report, y'all just covered up the perfect crime. Murder in first degree. Cover up the perfect crime. No questions asked. Case closed. Break. Cables cut. Invisible wire to close. Line someone. Where is the bike? Oh, yeah, I lost my place, but there it is. Where's the bike? Michael didn't own a bike or helmet. The track opened at 10 a.m. And within a 30-minute window, this fatal wreck happened. Probably because he couldn't ride, it sounds like. If the track opened at 10 a.m. and no one's ever seen him ride before, and at 10:30 he was wrecked to the point that he was fucking dying, he couldn't ride. Sorry. He talked a big game. He told some people he could. He used to ride when he was younger. Blah, 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 blah. He couldn't ride. You're going to die within 30 minutes. I mean, look, I've had a bunch of close calls on motorcycles. Not as soon as I fucking got on one. This fatal wreck happened? No way. There were threats on his life prior to this day. I have texts proving someone said they took care of him. But my case is closed. But case is closed. I'm requesting an investigation be reopened into this, and I won't stop until I get it. I'm friends with CNN reporter, and I will push out to the media on all platforms and news outlets, and the light will shine on your department for negligence. I've already alerted the movement to call and put the heat on. this is my request, and I want it done. There is foul play. This is my request. I want it done. You're going to do it. There is foul play. Then what do we get? Yeah, I want to get a four-wheeler at some point. It says, we took care of him. What? We told you he's a false prophet. You told me John was one of them. False prophet? There's only one JJ. You even said there was many playing. Yeah, he's playing. He's in a coma. So someone says we took care of him. Shelly says what? We told you he's a false prophet. Shelly says, you told me. Shelly says, John was one of them. False prophet, there's only one John. And there's only one John. You even said there were many playing. And the person messages back and says, damn it, how far did I skip? The person messages back and says, yes, he's playing. He's in a coma. So there you go. Big announcement incoming. For thou not, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of righteousness. Isaiah 41:10. Amazing. Hey, y'all, hop on Shelly's Live. Get ready to rock.
So they said August was going to be hot. It's not sounding like it, is it?
Yeah, we had a severe thunderstorm come through the Salt Lake Valley.
Like tonight, the same as the show, so I don't know.
4 hours ago. Winds were whipping. That rain was horizontal.
Please refrain from posting on wall until further notice, as we can talk on a specific topic, creating your own channel. Thank you very much.
86 in Texas, and it's supposed to be in the 104s, 106s all week long. And I'm doing a garage sale Friday and Saturday.
My chat wall, y'all.
Aaron, I'm glad you weren't horizontal with the rain. That meant it would have blown you down.
No, yeah, I would have just gone to sleep. It really whipped through. It came through. It came in and it left, but it left some.
These are just a bunch of more channels
weather with it, which is nice. I'm not complaining. I hear these.
I think it's already over. It started at 9 p.m. last night. Should it be over by now?
On.
What do you think?
For sure.
And how did your night go tonight, Shelly? Having a good night so far?
Yeah. I had to give y'all exciting news. So, a little bit ago, I was I'm helping train a girl, and we were out front, and all of a sudden they come across the radio and said, "This guy just walked out with a bag full of stuff." So the management goes out the door. He's on a bicycle. Well, somebody had seen that he apparently had a knife with him, I guess, or something. Anyway, so that was our excitement of this guy that just come in, got what he wanted, and just traveled on out the front door. I mean, just broad daylight, just like it was nothing, like he just paid for it. And the cashier's coming. That's when she come across. She goes across the radio, and she goes,
"Somebody stealing." We just had
somebody walk out. A guy walk out with
from the grocery store where they work. I guess
people don't have the care for nothing.
It's amazing. Somebody
so
would
they
steal.
Didn't catch
she
him.
doesn't
Even
post anything else in the group.
He got away. And there was no license plate to hunt him down.
I hope he chokes on a Buc-ee's nugget. Bastard.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Those beaver nuggets. Something else.
They got enough cameras to, unless he was wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, although they've got him on camera for sure, but.
Do they? I was hoping we get some new news, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems kind of boring.
Let's see what time it is. I got 7 minutes, so if I can tell you this in 7 minutes. So I went on.
I don't know why the name -48. I don't know, honestly.
I went on to Facebook. I went to the Meadow Valley Motocross.
Oh, here we go. Maybe this is it.
Facebook page.
The last thing she did was
and I
circle
went
that
back
Meadow
to
Valley thing.
The 23rd of June, and saw the people that were posting that day.
Okay, who posted that day?
I've got 5 people that I zeroed in on that just by the comments that I know that one was there. He's actually said he was there, was going to talk to me, and he was brief. He said, he goes, I was there. But then he shut down and wouldn't say anything else. This other guy, he lives about 2 hours away, and he was talking to me, and when I
Shelly's from Georgia, right?
There was foul play involved. He shut down and said he was not interested in my conspiracies. So I said, the facts are the facts. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'm going to drop the 911 call in his messenger. It's messenger on Facebook is what it is. So I'm going to drop that and along with the
people on
police report and
Facebook.
say, you tell me if this ain't a pile of malarkey. So anyways, so I did that. I also went back and sent Heidi a message from the sheriff's department, and I think I actually posted that on the wall. Did I? I think I did. If I didn't, I did it in my dreams, but I thought I did. It was with one eye open and one eye closed because I was trying to go to sleep, but it didn't work. So I don't think she's sent anything back. But I think I posted that onto the wall, saying I thought it was what kind of operation were they running? I'm shutting people down because they're not. When you ask them a question, they don't respond because they don't want you to know, or
because you're a crazy person.
Not want to get involved. Well, I think they need to ask questions and find out about what really happened, and they should tell us. Just tell us the facts of what happened, right? That's what we would want them to do for us. So, anyways, that's where we're at with that.
That's right, and that's a great idea you just said. Yes, send them what you said you were going to send that to us DM. Yeah, and say, okay, well, what about this?
Yeah.
You think it's fake? You think it's a conspiracy?
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with the 911 call. We listened to it.
The guy. Oh,
they're mad because the dispatcher's calm.
Name.
They're mad because he said he's been unconscious for 3 or 4 minutes.
So I don't have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back.
Was that let me go over there. Mike Hudgens? Was it
yeah.
Mike?
Mike Hudgens.
Mike Hudgens?
Okay, so yeah. Mike Hudgens comes to 116. Hudgens comes to 78, Kennedy 78. And on top of that, the bike that he has on his Facebook profile, like this cover photo, whatever, the number on his bike is 78. Okay, so what part of coincidences, there are no coincidences of that, for sure. So I educated him a little bit on gematria as I was coding his name. I sent it to him. I think it probably freaked him out a little bit because he hasn't responded back. He's like, Kennedy? And I said, oh, and by the way, Junior's alive. I said, Junior's alive, and he's going to come out. Really soon, you're going to see him. They think I'm really a loon. I know they do.
Yeah, we all do.
You just have to laugh about it, The joke's going to be on them, though, really soon. I can't wait. I'm at the 2-minute warning. So, yep, y'all think about ways to, we can, don't know how if you can do this. I don't know. You probably can. One guy that I talked to, the one that shut me down and said he was not interested in my conspiracies, said that he read it or saw it on the news, which would be the local news station, I guess. So, and then he said something about the Q.
I'm kind of just curious
Say
what she
QAnon, it was
says.
something
She's
else.
a
And I said,
crazy
yeah, I said,
person. She's harassing these people.
Trump's taught us about the fake news. I said, that's all fake news. And let's see, what else was it? Oh, I think you had said there was an article or something, maybe local news. So Wabasha, local news. Might find something there. I mean, you know, especially in my town, if someone dies, it's in the newspaper, you know, accident, you know, whatever happens, it's always in the news. So might
And then
find some
giggling about it,
information there. We need
exactly.
code. Somebody, I think John, I'm not sure if he's still in here or not, but he said that there was no death certificate or something. Nationally or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. There's still rocks to flip over and get that. We're going to leave no stone
That's her talking, yes.
unturned. Isn't that what is this statement? Isn't that what it says? Leave no stone unturned. That's it.
Yep.
That's what we got to do. So that's what God had me doing this morning, was talking to people from Facebook that had liked the Meadow Valley. I'm just trying to think of other things. You know, it'd be good to find people in that town, that community, because they know this guy. If he's got this so many thousand.
He's got so many
It's
thousand.
time to stop meddling.
Guess who's texting Shelly?
What is that? Posting it on the wall. Y'all got to code it. It's coming to the wall. All right, my break's over, y'all. Love y'all.
Love you, Shelly.
Guess who's texting Shelly?
What does meddling mean? Or what? Like being in other people's business?
Right.
Oh, yes. You're talking to the wrong person.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Love y'all.
Interfering.
Yeah. There ain't no meddling to it. Love y'all. Y'all code it for me. Love you. Bye.
Love you, Shell.
They, you know, if it was their family member or their loved one, they'll be doing the same darn thing. If it was a spouse,
I texted her back and said,
the good Lord in their heart.
we will do what it takes to stop this. Let's see if she comes back. She shared it on her wall. Hold on, I'll show you. Shelly, it's time to stop meddling. I've been capitalizing random words just to see what she did. We will do what it takes to stop this.
Well, their phone number codes after 33 unless you add the one, then it's 34/7 perfect.
So she said, you will have to go through God to stop me, which
That a hot
means you
mic,
won't
Jelly?
stop me. And I put back, we stopped MVP. Easy. We can stop you as well. You need to think this through.
Shelly, can you hear?
She's got that blue button.
We're in Shelly's pocket running around. We used to live troll all the time. This is my old stomping ground.
So what'd you think, Vincent? How did the night go?
I'm waiting for her to post another update. She said, "You will, all caps. You will have to go through God to stop me, which means you won't stop me." I said, "We stopped MVP."
A good night.
Michael Brown Protzman. Easy, all capitals. We can stop all capitals.
Got some
You
folks
as well.
open up some channels.
You need to think all capitals.
We're gonna build this
through.
community. We are the news now.
I'm gonna put.
And we're gonna help each other grow.
One.
Good night. What'd you think?
1, 2.
It's a great start. I think as they get working with their channels,
done.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And through.
I think it'll be twofold.
3, 4. Does Shelly want
Aaron,
to
can you say a
play
prayer maybe to
some
bless all
more?
of our channels to get us started?
I put 1, 2. MVP is done and through. 3, 4. Does Shelly want to play some more?
Dear Father God, we come before you. And we just ask,
Don't
Father,
pray, Jesus Christ.
you look over and protect and guide and direct.
Let's see what else she hasn't
the
pinned
new
nothing else. She
channels
probably had to
and
go back to
channel
work.
owners that we grow this
1,
community
2. MVP is done and
collectively
through. 3, 4. Does
family.
Shelly want to play some more?
and that we're able to provide and take forth your word and your will, Father, and
Tell her this town
have
ain't
your
big
will
enough
be
for the
done.
both of us.
That we get the message out, not just here in America, but worldwide, and
Oh, there's
we
60
be
people sat
allowed,
on this
Father,
live
to
stream trying to decode it.
reach out to others and bring them closer
Does she
to
work
you.
at a Buc-ee's for real?
We just ask, Father, that we use our discernment.
Is that like
And
a
we
true
take
thing,
our
or did you just make a
skills and
joke? I really don't
all the
know.
capacities that we have individually, and that we can have a collective effort to go forward at this time and delivering your message, Father, to the world, and that we can take what disinformation and what evils lie still in the world, that we can bring that evilness into the light and expose it, Father.
Jesus,
That it be dealt with accordingly, swiftly. That
God doesn't even like you guys.
truth and justice be served in an equitable manner. That it be swift. And Father, we just ask that we find the patience, have the gratitude and understanding that's going to be necessary as we go forward in this fight and this battle and these times of these days. And Father, we just want you to know how thankful and blessed we feel
We get it.
to be a family and
We get it.
to be able to come together collectively as a family in your name, Father. And we just ask that you cast light over
God
the
sent me
new
to shut you
channels
down.
that
That's right.
have now come into the Telegram community, and that we be able to grow it and grow it together, and that we do it for purposes.
If she really
that are
works at Buc-ee's,
for your
yeah,
will,
I heard
Father.
beaver nuggets. If she really works at Buc-ee's,
We humbly ask and pray that you watch over those
then there's
that
only one close to her
need of food and shelter, that you bless
within
them
like
and
an hour drive, maybe longer.
allow us to do our part in these troubling times. And just want you to know, Father,
Of course,
that
someone's
we're here
crying.
for
They think that
reasons
they think
that
that Negative 48, who
we may
hated
not
Shelly, kicked her
may
out
not
of his
understand,
group,
but
and would
we
literally
know
talk
that you
shit about
have
her
us
all the
on a
time,
path and
is now dead.
walking a course that
My God, this is horrible. Just
will
stop
have an
praying,
end means
bro.
that will be positive and productive for the children, Lord, that the future generations to come that we're allowed the opportunity to clean up and make a brighter future for the children that come after us. And we say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
Oh, I'm gonna send something really creepy.
Amen.
She didn't know what the word meddling meant. I put, you look tired. You should take a break from this investigation for your own good. And capitalizing random words. I'm sure they'll pick up on
Vincent,
it.
did we already have our daily reminder? I'm sorry, I came in a few minutes late on the call.
We have not. We've been working on channels all day.
You look
you guys
tired,
like
Shelly.
to hear the daily reminder?
She's got to be like super busy or
From
something. Is she a
Marjorie
cashier or
General,
something? You might have to
mentor
get
and
back at her
friend,
tomorrow.
positive.
Oh, I didn't come in that late.
Always.
Always has a crusade. You're exactly right. Even God was like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I mean, he's got limited time, guys. Millions of y'all are fucking
Well,
praying to
here
him
you
at the
go.
same time every day. Well, his phone number comes back to 33.
Basic things you need to listen to. Okay.
Oh my God, they're listening to his ghost.
No one escapes this. Your money's safe.
Somebody's got to monitor this all night and see if she pops back
It's going
in.
to make this place flourish like never before. There's been minimum 2 sets of books, 3 sets of books in some places around the world. So when everything goes on the first set of books, we don't have a homeless problem. We don't have a hunger problem. The wealth of the wicked has been stolen from them, actually taken from them, but they never, they stole it. So we took some stolen money back from them, which was our money. It's going to be given to everybody.
At least like one more response before I go, though.
Turn into a shit show.
I can't believe she read it right there on the live stream.
Stuff they kept from us, we own them all.
All right, so we're gonna keep messaging her. If anybody happens to be in Shelly's remnant room or whatever, if you wouldn't mind checking in every once in a while and sending me some messages if she posts my screenshots again, or especially if she hops in there live. I'll try to do it for my phone tomorrow, but basically I'm gonna troll the fuck out of her. I think if she works at Buc-ee's, I could definitely figure out which. There's only one that's close to her. I know where she lives. I just had to see it to remind me. So what the big full of stuff, and then somebody made the comment, well, I hope he chokes on those Buc-ee beaver. Okay. But yeah, the nuggets. Thank you. That was very observant. I wasn't paying attention at that time. I think I was looking something up. But yeah, I did hear him say, I hope somebody chokes on the beaver nuggets. Should I use the voice changer and call the Buc-ee's and be like, Shelly Molinex, please? Could I speak to Shelly Gray Molinex of 150 Foxhall Drive, Southwest, Calhoun? Yeah, it's pretty fun, but you got to get somebody out of fucking work and shit. Questions, comments, concerns. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. They probably wouldn't answer, doesn't it? They stay so busy and their people are always doing stuff. That's probably why she's not messaging me back. Like, Buc-ee's is real big on, like, their people always looking busy, being busy, doing stuff. You're probably right. Don't mess with her at work. That'll come back on you. I don't know. Maybe. I probably wouldn't. When it was all said and done, I probably wouldn't call somebody at work, but I will fuck with her. We'll figure something out. I hope she messaged me back. Her email address is still ShellyMullinax@bellsouth.net. Jesus Christ. Hope she doesn't find this show. Named you in our breakup. What? Your ex named me in your breakup. The fuck does that mean? You don't know the lines I've already crossed? Oh, no. Don't put it out there. How does one find the chat channel? Mine or Shelly's? Or you have to be more specific? Shelly's. It's called The Remnant Room, and it's t.me, The Remnant Room 1. Here's the link to it. But be careful. Don't all join at once. Actually, wait. Just copy and wait a little bit, maybe. Don't everybody join at once. They'll freak out. Don't go in there and say nothing sideways. They'll instantly boot you. You just got to be careful with the way you do it, okay? But there it is on that's the Telegram link. Yeah, jealous I watched you. I'm sorry, Becky. Damn, I hate that. He didn't say like he was coming to see me, was he? Had to get busy? All right, guys. I guess that's it for me. I'm going to be monitoring this. I get an email. It's not my phone. Obviously, I didn't give her out my phone number. It's just a Google number that I've had for a long time that I don't use. It's not even the show number. You guys will be able to see it when you go to the Remnant Room. It's 388-2030. It's not even a show number. It's just a number that I use that's not connected to the show or my email or anything like that. Because the show number, when you Google it, like it pops up. It pops up as a show number and says like Cold Beer Confessional, blah blah blah. It says Wyatt Power Media. It says all that shit. So I don't use it when I'm doing like trolling and shit. I use this generic cell phone number. But anyways, I'll be monitoring it through email. Don't go in there and say anything crazy. Gematria is where they take a phrase or a word, they add A = 1, Z = 26, and they add up all the letters, and then they find other words or phrases that have the same amount, but they only pick the ones that are relevant to them. So like if there's one that says walk with God, let's say they Google their name, or they gematria their name, and it's 75. And then walk with God is 75. But there's another one that says helping Satan is 75. They'll leave that one out. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. I'll keep an eye on this and try to stay up with it. I don't think it's a thing that I have to immediately respond back to her just because I'm trying to play this that I'm like the crazy fucking CIA or whatever. Be careful out there. There's a lot of crazy people like me out there, so be careful. Thank you guys for joining us. I'll keep you updated on this. I don't think she'll ever find this show. It would. I mean, it's buried at the very end of the show. It would take one of her devout followers to send this to her, but we'll fuck with her as long as we can. Obviously, I can't make actual threats and shit, but she seems pretty primed to think everything's a threat. Be careful. Yeah, I got to do some weed eating today and some spraying. I bought some really good spray, so hopefully this is the last time I have to weed. I'm trying to get that caught up so I can come back here and spend more time here. I got, Patreon shows and stuff, but I feel so bad for the campground. They left them in a real fucking bind. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Don't go say anything wild in the chat over there on Telegram because just don't blow my cover, I guess. And if you say anything too wild, it's an insta ban. They do not put up with any shit. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the donations and support. There's a couple that came through Rumble, a couple that came over here, and then one animation, I think, that we did, a couple of dono clips. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been fun. I do have a bunch of shows to make up, Patreon shows, different things. So I'll be with you for that. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't saying you specifically. Sometimes we just have people that are like just in general. We have people that are over jealous and think they're helping, but really they just make it look so suspicious that I usually do these live trolling things with only my patrons, to be honest with you, just because I get nervous. Who's watching? Who's going to report it back to, or who's going to get too overzealous? But yeah, I didn't mean you specifically. Either way, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Don't do anything Shelly Molinax would do, or Robert Docks. Don't do anything Robert Docks would do. Don't wait 3 or 4 minutes before calling an ambulance when a man's unconscious when you just rolled up on the scene and someone said he's been out for 3 or 4 minutes. I might actually try to contact Robert Docks in a much more professional manner than they've been doing. Maybe reach out to him and be like, look, I know you're being harassed kind of deal, instead of worrying about trying to get him to answer questions for me. Be like, hey, I know you're being harassed. Is there anything I can do to help or something like that? All right, we'll see you guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are.
You guys didn't set off a single fucking William tonight. How wild is that?
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen, mom.
You guys are getting better. You're getting better at it.
You know that stage is set. You better buckle.
So you're starting to learn. You can't change me. You can't change me. I am what I is what I is. Will I am.
Get the place in them beds. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped.
You're good, Becky. Don't worry about it. I hate you're going through that. Hell, I hate that I was named in it. That's crazy. I know I stream a lot, but damn.
Profit off of gossip, worshiping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit, swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong, starving for attention. I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Does it bother you guys that I changed the number of Williams required to over 100?
What's next? Trump in a dress.
You're such a dick! Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead!
Told him if he did, he get.
I'm just kidding. Chris got it. It's not over 100.
Think I started some shit.
It's actually a calm.
It's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds. You know that stage is set. You better
over 100 would be funny though. If I just kept the outro screen going and you just kept trying. That'd be funny.
Get the place in them beds. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself.
It used to be 10, and I honestly did think it went off too often sometimes. So yeah, now it's 17, but that's where we keep it for now, and I'll see. I don't mind you guys doing it, especially like when I'm saying something crazy, but sometimes it was just going off fucking randomly. And there are people, believe it or not, that hate my alerts. There are people that watch me that if I get a bunch of donations one night, they'll be like, I can't stand all the noise and stuff going off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Come on.
I'm getting paid for my job. Like I'm a comedian. Would you get mad because people are laughing? Would you get mad when they cash me out at the end of the day and, I made whatever on ticket sales? You crazy people.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit.
I want to come up with some more general material, not so much Q-based or around grifters. So do some more like general shows, a topical, political, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm going to try to relate some of those jokes and move them to TikTok, and then hopefully that'll do something. I wanted to be a comedian when I was young. I just had too much responsibility and stuff I had to get done. Went to jail, went in the army, had a kid,
Came first, ninth and second string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit and runs to the shitter.
I got a brand new alert I'm going to use for that. Who am I? Why am I here? It's going to be my existential crisis alert. I don't know what I'm going to use to set it off. It probably won't be paid. It'll probably be something in chat or something, or maybe just a button where I can set it off.
No meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts because you're a pussy.
All right, guys, that's it for the outro. We'll see you on the next one.
Your glasses in your mother's
Have a
basement.
good one.
And I won't even give out your dime store handle.